Let's go. I didn't title the live because I don't know exactly what people want to talk about, but I know I had a handful of people that wanted a safe space to talk about how they felt about how Blaze has moved, and how messy talk has become what it is. Um, I was watching a live yesterday, came across Petty Rose live because obviously a mutual was in there. I don't even know what they were talking about, but it came across my FYP because at some point one of my mutuals was in the box with her. But to see her talk about how things used to be fun, how it used to be fun on Messy Talk. Messy Talk used to be fun. For whom? For whom? It seems like you're feeling what a bunch of us were feeling back then when it was fun for y'all. So much fun for y'all. But some of us had been affected in real life and it was really affecting our mental health. But y'all were having fun. So I don't get it, right? This was real life. This was real life. And y'all try to chalk Messy Talk up as if it was just a playfulness. Like y'all were just playing. That's not a game. People's lives are not a game. But anyway, I'm not even gonna get into Petty Row because it seems like she's doing bad all by herself, and I'm gonna let her keep doing that because y'all know I'm not gonna. I don't see no sense in dragging a black woman when she's down. But I will say, it brings me a little bit of joy to see you bite the bullet. Okay, to know that you ain't kikiing with that wide ass smile. Because the shit's not funny no more to you, but it was never funny to me until now. But you see how that just swapped around? So, y'all come on in the box, say what y'all gotta say. I'm telling you now, if you're one of those people that ask me to do this live and don't show up, don't ask me for shit else now. All right? Y'all want to talk about Blaze? I don't really care. Me personally. Because I've said all I needed to say about Blaze to his face. Back when it happened. When it was going on. A lot of y'all have sat around and allowed a lot of fuck shit to happen, and you only care now because it's happening to you. And I'm not saying this is specifically to my supporters or anybody else, but my supporters are not immune. Because there was a lot of y'all that was kikiing so long as it was funny, so long as the target was not you, so long as the center of attention was not you. A lot of y'all got a long way away from the message. Who are you, Lynn? I don't even know who you are. Hey, Chumbo. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, baby. This is a long, long time coming. I've
Listen,
been
and you
wanting
know
to
me, I'm
talk
only
about
doing this once. This not finna be I don't do that shit. I created this safe space today for my supporters. So y'all can come in, say what the fuck y'all want to say, because you know over here I'm not finna let nobody disrespect you.
it. Girl, they already know not to come with the disrespect. The thing about this is, he done ran around this app until he literally turned into exactly everything that they said he was throughout these years. Hey, good
Right.
morning. And he just constantly running around here letting his friends get disrespect just because they in the live helping his ass. And frankly, when I said the last time when he let that happen to me and I told him I was done with him and I meant that shit. I meant that. Too much go on with him. Too much.
Right.
He a fucking womanizer, first of all.
Well, I can't argue with that. Because what I've seen, like I said, I consider him and I speak the same fucking person at this point. Prove me wrong. Because what?
You latch yourself on to all these women. And for what? To turn around and snatch them down by their necks? Because it ain't nobody he have tied himself to, he haven't fucked over him. Literally.
Right. I don't know what you mean by that, Chumbo. Y'all share the live, please. Get the likes up. Make sure that all of our family is in here. Again, if you ask me to do this live and you do not show up, please don't ask me to host another fucking live for you. Because I will not do it. I don't play these games. What about sexual assault is old? The timing? When it happened? And who is it old to?
Right. I just want to say, because it's old to us, but it be new to them. The way that they
No,
keep
sexual.
bringing this stuff up.
But can't nobody say when my sexual assault is too old to be talking about or old shit? Like, how are you to call somebody else's sexual assault old shit? But that's
And
not
they
even
ain't gonna
what
never
we're
let.
talking about. So I don't even know. I don't even know why. Yeah, I don't even know why that was brought up. Like that. That's not even what we're talking about. Um, when I say blaze is like I speak, I'm definitely not talking about that particular thing. But we watched I Speak absolutely disrespect the fuck out of his wife on this fucking app, and we turned around and we watched Blaze do the exact same fucking thing.
Sure did. Surely did. His wife was on. I couldn't believe I saw what I saw, and I was hearing what I was hearing.
And
She was in a mess.
for him to flaunt Bella around after his wife has come on here and told the whole of TikTok that she is not comfortable with this shit. That don't sound like I speak, Tanya.
And he was in the comments trolling her.
So that don't sound like
I
I
said,
speak.
"Do it sound like him, baby? You in the
I'm
same
asking
boat."
you just so I know that the reference that I'm making is not crazy.
I just put them two niggas in the same boat.
Okay.
I put them in because now you're on the internet with your wife, your beautiful wife, who that you portrayed us to be the perfect man. But you know, everybody wear a mask.
Mhm.
And now all your shit out on the internet. How she put you out. How she don't want you in the house. You always in the basement. She don't want you around certain people because of the things that she hear and she have to talk about.
I
She
seen a
asked you
clip.
for a divorce. All of that.
I seen a clip where somebody asked him, why is it okay for him to talk about everybody else, but when it comes to him, he don't have no opinion on what people are watching him go through as far as his, I guess, quote unquote, personal life. And that's a good question because he sits on this throne as if he has the authority to nitpick everybody else's fucking life. But then you want to run away from questions that are asked of your supporters as or who the fuck ever, because who knows, like who knows who you're really friends with, because he kiki
Nobody.
with everybody, he kiki with everybody, right? Doesn't matter what side of the fence they're on, he kikis with everybody.
Even the ones that knocked his dome off.
That's what I'm saying.
And you attention seeking, nigga. You attention seeking on here. Especially the bad people. You want to be friends with the ones that dogged you out on this app and you kiki la la ha ha with these motherfuckers like they ain't drug your ass from your nuts to the rooty to the tooth. Now you want to be their friends. We have been attacked and attacked and attacked and just for socializing with him. Not because you got out there and said something, but just even socializing with him. People have been attacked. I know I have.
A lot of people's lives have been truly impacted, and here's the thing. um Again, we act like social media is not made up of human beings. Yeah, you got bots thrown in there as well. But the majority of us, especially on this side, right? Because them bots are usually used by who? Not us. So it's a lot of it's a lot of us that you're dealing with real people, right? You're dealing with real people that are really infiltrating themselves into your real life because social media is made up of real fucking people. So what you say and do to somebody on social media could absolutely affect their real fucking life, because if that were not the case, why would our government use social media to manipulate us? If they couldn't actually reach us in the physical realm with technology, why would we be fucking using it? So to tell yourself that it's just social media is bullshit, because y'all have found plenty of ways to infiltrate people's real lives. Doxing. I never knew what the fuck doxing was until I got to fucking TikTok. Because I never in my life fathomed that people would go out of their way to find people's personal fucking information because they didn't like them. Because you don't like what they said on TikTok. And then they could have kept it there, right? They could have kept all of this shit online, but y'all didn't. Y'all started doing meet and greets, tricking people into motherfucking protests that weren't actually about protest. Because little and behold, y'all working for the very motherfuckers that are goddamn fucking black folks over on this app. Y'all sit here and ran amok, exploiting your own fucking people, all for what? For most of y'all to be sitting around looking stupid now because the income is not what it used to be? The clicks, likes, and views aren't what it used to be? I remember watching y'all do stupid shit on this motherfucking app for gifts. Well, Erica, I hope you don't make it to the hospital no time soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, you didn't mean to come here?
No, I can sit up here.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Hey,
sit up here.
hey,
I'll give my
baby.
piece. Hey, I'll give my piece. Sure.
For me, it ain't just about money. It's about the whole fucking that whole entity of messy talk. Talking about it's become bad. It's become bad. That's how y'all started it.
Girl, your phone didn't put a double
You probably got a Bluetooth
X
on.
in.
Is it mine?
You got your Bluetooth on?
It's hers. It's hers.
I mean, I know it's hers, but I was wondering if she had the Bluetooth on. That's usually why it echoes.
I told her butt about that for 50 years.
Yeah, I know it's mine. I'm driving my kids to school, y'all. You know.
Right.
You got them on? Right. Okay, so bye. Hold on, y'all.
But yeah. Messy Talk started off fast. Oh, go ahead, Tanya.
Yeah. It's just said he started off with, having people feeling sorry for him and giving him sympathy for his son, for it to turn out to be something totally different.
Hey,
It's just weird. It's weird.
right.
Hey, family.
Right.
It's just weird.
Hey, everybody coming in, y'all please share the live, get the likes up. I'm trying to give everybody time to get in here, because a lot of the people that asked me to do this live are not here yet. So
I don't know if there was an old video or a new video. I seen a butter love, but if it is. She gone to the hospital. She having a
Yeah, it
procedure
was this
today.
morning. I think she had surgery this morning.
Yeah. But in y'all prayers, y'all, and that was the
Butter is not
finest.
one who asked me to do this. It was other
I'm
people,
not.
surprisingly. I don't,
But that was, I felt some type of way, of how she got treated.
I did
I
too.
felt some type of way
But
the way how I got treated. But she already had been through enough. And here it is, 2020 fucking 5. I'm talking about from 21. But here it is, 2025. You still letting motherfuckers get in your box and disrespect her.
right,
After all she been throughout these years standing on your side, you got women on your side that been on your side, and you still let somebody get up there and just do them any kind of way because you want the presence of who knows what. Because I don't know them people like that. I just see the shit that they do to each other, what they say to each other, how they talk about each other. I look, but I ain't got shit to do with that. I said all the time, a hit dog will holler. Unless you call my name, I don't got shit to do with none of that. None of it.
right.
But for him to keep letting the same stuff go on, and then they got to start speaking up for themselves. Let that nigga
Well,
know.
that's why I opened my floor up today. Because, like I said, a few people came to me and asked me to host a live because they had some things that they wanted to get off their chest about Blaze. I have it open. I didn't want it to be just about Blaze. I wanted to open it up to the whole of all of my supporters that had anything to say about Blaze or Messy Talk, period. Because at the end of the day, Messy Talk was built on the backs of all of Messy Talk's victims. We were exploited and used for content. Everybody that was touched in this situation by these motherfuckers that called themselves Messy Talk. And it's crazy how some of them have been able to reinvent themselves and slide off to a whole nother side of the goddamn TikTok globe. But y'all used and abused a lot of people on your way to the top of these platforms. And I know that was a hard fall for a lot of people. I tried to tell a few of y'all would never be in that club that y'all were trying to get in. Not Safi became a debater. That is crazy. Who the fuck is wasting their time debating Safi?
There wasn't nobody even talking about her.
But I think they were just speaking to the fact that some people have, like I said, some people have veered off and completely tried to transform their identities. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna talk about Safi. Safi, I still got beef with that heifer.
I
I
still
still
got
ain't
beef
forgot
with all
that.
of these motherfuckers.
Shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. God damn it. What's going on here? I'm gonna take me off this.
Do you see the way the way they running around here,
Hold on, let
the
me
M word,
say that again.
saying the way they running around here? I'm gonna say it because I used to couldn't say it because I would get blocked and all that type of shit. The way they throwing the monkey word around. Now when I said that. You can go type my motherfucking name in on the search bar in here, and y'all know I do a lot of videos. You know how many motherfucking videos they got up talking about me
Right.
because I used that word.
Probably videos you ain't never
Now,
even seen before because you just don't even know how many people done took to jumping on the bandwagon to trying to drag you down for some shit.
yeah, for defending myself
Yeah.
when I called Peggy Rowe that, but she was calling me all kind of names too.
But then
I
people
just
thought I
didn't.
was crazy when I said I don't police how black women defend themselves. I might not use those terms, but I'm not finna fucking say nothing to you. That's why they was mad at me, because I didn't condemn City Cat for calling Granny Coy Bundy that.
That I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing was wrong with it. You said your word, and I called you what I felt the fuck you look like.
Exactly.
And
But a
and
lot of
and
people
Lord, I
they
was in the battle
used that
of my
little
life.
they used the fact that they had built this sort of predatory conglomerate of people, right? So whoever they wanted out of the way, they could just put the radar on them, put the target on them, and here comes their minions. These people felt like they had all kinds of power. You know, that's why they started naming their supporters. They started naming their groups.
It started to become a
Right,
cult.
Naya. Huh?
It started to become a cult.
Right.
All idolizing one idol.
Surely did. Then they branched off to this side, that side, over there, the basement brigade, this, and the other. Who the fuck is a basement brigade? We
Well,
don't
I
live in
think
no
I think
basements.
I think one thing that we need to remember, and what I'm always going to stand on as a victim of SA, right? You have to remember that the original goal of these people was to shut me the fuck up. Period. So if we really want to talk about how Messy Talk was built, it was built to shut me the fuck up.
Yes. Yep.
So all of that beef, because I told Blaze from the fucking beginning, if you did not support me, you would be like they would be recruiting you immediately, because they don't dislike you. They dislike the fact that you are defending me. Exactly, Naya. I don't know who you are, baby, but you obviously know what the fuck you're talking about.
Really do, boy, because them lovers drugged me for about 2 years on this bitch. White bitch, I mean, all colors. I couldn't post a video without them tagging my shit. I swear for about 2 years straight, they reported my account. They started reporting my grandson videos.
Because
Because
if you
remember,
think about it, a lot of the people that got attacked, right? Even though a lot of us are Blaze supporters, if y'all really think about it, the majority of the people that got attacked were the people that also supported me.
yeah.
They didn't single out his supporters, right? They singled out the ones that supported me as well. Meaning them supporting me was always the fucking target.
Yeah, they wanted us to switch up. They wanted, a lot of times, there's a couple of times people back then used to call me in their lives and try to tell me, oh, you'll be this if you wasn't hanging with that one. You'll be this if you wasn't hanging with this person
Right.
or that person. Y'all
Right.
can't tell me what y'all cannot do on here is tell me who to fuck with. I choose who I put myself in the presence of. Ain't nobody gonna choose for me. I have
Yep.
my own mind. That's why a lot of these battles are fought by myself. Standing up. I ain't with that. Not
That
with
was my
that.
thing too. I never asked anybody to stand in my defense, especially Blaze. I didn't want nothing to do with Blaze when I first met Blaze. Nothing.
Yeah, you did. You surely
I did not want
did.
nothing to do with Blaze when I first met him. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like I said, at the end of the day, this journey has brought me a social media family. And I can't even
Yeah.
say that it's confined to social media, because whether all of us talk directly or not, and I've said this before, we have a network. We have a full-blown network. So everybody is connected to somebody in this group directly in some form or fashion. We keep up with each other.
Yeah.
We rally together when people need help. We might not put this shit on the internet, but we rally together when we know that we need to be there for our family that we've created over here. That doesn't work with the strategy that's being used on TikTok. And all of that shit, not only because it's becoming an old act, but also because TikTok ain't got no motherfucking money to keep paying all these folks all of this goddamn money every month. Y'all sitting up here just, I mean, again, we can keep it real or we don't have to, but I'm always going to. A lot of this shit that they built their platforms off, a lot of them were just mimicking me.
It wasn't a platform that wasn't talking about you.
I'm not even
It
talking
was.
about just talking about me. A lot of them were mimicking me. A lot of them would tell fucking people to not listen to what the fuck I'm saying and then turn around and try to remix what the fuck I said into their own fucking content. Or you got people like Kappa that fucking modeled her whole fucking platform off of what I was doing over here with white folks. Because remember, I told Kappa way back then that the difference is you're doing this to black people. I don't do that shit to black people. I don't bring black people to my motherfucking live to fucking cuss them the fuck out. That is strictly for white people. I don't give a fuck what kind of beef I got with you. I'm not finna go back and forth with no black folks on my platform like that to give white folks something to motherfucking be entertained by.
Nevertheless,
But what
had a
they called me
massage.
back then, they tried to find every reason to say I was a fraud. Because they went on my Facebook and found white people on my fucking Facebook. Bitch, I grew up in an all-white town. I was honest about that from jump. These motherfuckers literally went and had my Facebook page taken down. That's 13 years of memories. That's 13 years of evidence of the community work that I've done. All gone. Because they wanted to spin a narrative about who I was over here on this app. And Lord behold, if people just go over to Facebook and find out the fucking truth. A real activist was not gonna work in a group full of motherfucking frauds. And they knew at some point I was gonna figure it the fuck out. Cause you can call me stupid that it took me 2 fucking protests to figure it out, but I fucking figured it out. Ain't now one of y'all real.
No, because when I first came to this app, I thought they was doing something great until I started seeing what was going on. And shit. Yeah, I figured out they was fake as shit, and I never even been to one.
It took me all of 5 months, basically, to realize I got on this app in like May. I know I met Closet Talk at like the end of May. And by the end of October, I knew for a fact that everything on this app was fake. I just didn't have the proof. And maybe I did sound crazy to a lot of y'all. I don't give a fuck. I knew what I saw when I went to them protests. I knew what I felt when they did what the fuck they did to me. I know what happened to me when I motherfucking called these people and talked to them on the phone about what they did to me and how they got on this fucking app and spun everything around. You talking about a fucking PR stunt? That was one for the century. Because here I am treating human beings like human beings, not wanting to label these people before I knew for a fact that they were who I thought they were. I'm giving them the chance to prove me wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about this. And this is how they showed their ass.
I remember. I remember with from day one when it first came out. I remember everything you said. You stood by. Let me tell you something. What people need to fail to realize on here. You didn't always have receipts. Your word is your bond. If you know, you can tell when a motherfucker lying, and you can tell when somebody is telling the truth.
Right.
Now everything that goes on, you got proof. You need receipts. I need this. I need that. You'll never get that from me because what I say is what the fuck I mean.
That's why I said from
I don't
jump,
need
I
no
don't have
receipts.
no receipts. I wasn't calculated like these people. I didn't fucking record no phone calls. Not when I first approached them. Now, yes, I learned later on to record every fucking interaction I have with these people. But in the beginning, I wasn't trying to set nobody up or ruin nobody's career or, dismantle anybody's platform. I just wanted human beings to understand how they made me feel. Right? Because I've never been one to not confront somebody about how I feel about something.
A whole
Because if
damn
I don't
Mary.
tell you, how the fuck you supposed to know that you did something that disrespected me? If I don't tell you, how the
A
fuck
whole
else are
Mary
you supposed
fucking
to know?
woman. Don't forget a whole fucking married woman
But
getting
that's
on
that's
his.
that's my next point. Unless you knew what you were doing when you did it, right? Because there is no reason to call somebody a liar when you know exactly what you've done. And the fact that I didn't even have to tell Mo what she did. What did I tell y'all Mo did? She got up the next morning and cried in my motherfucking face before I could even say a word about what happened. And this is how we treat victims, right? Because y'all knew from jump that I had notified my husband months prior to coming out with my story. I told my husband the moment it happened. That is about the only receipt I had. That is really about the only fucking receipt I had. And what did they do? What did they do to my husband? They dragged my husband.
Sure did. And still have your husband. But do they have their husband and wives? No. Everybody separated. Ain't nobody got no man or no woman. Fuck out of here. They lives have dramatic. How you say it? Girl, all their lives done changed. And not for the good.
That part, Portia, and that part, Tanya. And then let me tell y'all, this is why I don't even entertain y'all when y'all sit up here and talk about y'all want these Epstein files. Y'all only want these Epstein files for entertainment. You don't give a fuck about the victims. Because all of these people did all of this shit right in y'all fucking face. Mind you, I speak and fucking Closet Talk got on this app and told y'all that they motherfucking violated me.
Sure did. She sure did because
They both got they both, huh?
I drug her ass from kingdom to come because there's no way you asked a woman to do the things you said. You said, lady, about your mouth. You said that. You asked her that.
Right.
You said you did. You said you did. So how the fuck is she lying on you? But you said you asked her these things.
But
You asked.
my thing is how we as a society reacted on this app, and now those same people want to sit back and talk about how messy TikTok has become, how messy talk has become. It's only because y'all weren't the target then. Now a lot of y'all done got y'all heads knocked between the washer and the dryer from your quote unquote TikTok friends.
And these newcomers ain't playing with them. I done see some of these new little young creators on here
Yeah,
dragging
because that
their
shit
asses.
don't work. It don't work no more. It don't work no more, right? Trying to police how black women motherfucking snap back. That shit don't work no more. Fucking, I give HB the credit. HB came through and said, fuck all that shit. That's about the last thing I really know about fucking messy talk. Is because when HB came through, HB didn't give a fuck about a fucking thing. Y'all thought I was disrespectful. So they're trying to cancel people. You know what I'm saying? That hypocritical ass.
That shit, cause you know who we started the course with. We
Yeah.
started that shit. And that's where all these different courts come from. They wouldn't have never been had in these courts. We started that shit, and I got receipts to prove that shit.
I say her name because I know you don't really want to, but I have to give
Yeah.
No Cry Zone her credit too, because a lot of people mimicked her too.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yep.
people mimicked fucking No Cry Zone, because I will give No Cry Zone her credit. No Cry Zone was one of the first people I followed on this motherfucking app because she was funny and she reminded me of myself. Right?
Yep.
But even she got caught up in the motherfucking hype.
Uh-huh. Yes,
Even
she
she got
did.
caught up in the motherfucking hype. But a lot of people on that motherfucking side of messy talk got their motherfucking persona and character from motherfucking No Cry Zone as well. Okay? Because No Cry Zone was another motherfucker that didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck.
Because if we
I
had
missed
kept
that
that
No
shit
Cry
going,
Zone.
nobody court case would be successful. We was calling out every motherfucking body. Full fledged character, music, all of that. Court cases.
I will
That's
also
what
say,
y'all.
Maya, I think that No Cry Zone was also, and this is why you'll never see me get on this app and dog none of the black women that I've ever been, like, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not me. But I do feel like No Cry Zone was dealing with, and probably might still be dealing with some, trauma and depression. Y'all gotta remember, when she got on this app, she had just lost her mom. Come on now. Then them people got her page taken down and she had all her memories of her mom on that fucking page. That's the fucking evil ass shit that these people have done. You know how many people our age and older grew up with no pictures of themselves throughout their life? And now we live in a society where we can have thousands of pictures of our loved ones.
Yep.
And y'all took that away from her because she supported something that y'all didn't support, or she said something you didn't fucking like. Like I said, 12, 13 years of my Facebook gone. The shit is gone. Memories that I had with other people. Friendships that I had acquired over time. All of those memories gone. Things that I've accomplished in my life. All of that shit gone. Because y'all wanted to follow behind somebody and be a part of a fucking crowd of bullies. I don't know what happened to that person that was just in the box.
Lisa, they are some bullies. They are, and they will come and at you by the y'all know y'all are some bullies on here. If they don't know, I'm telling them now. But you can't bully everybody though.
Right.
But y'all are. They some bullies on here. Internet bullies. What they gonna do when they change this shit to MAGA? What the fuck they gonna do? Cause it's happening.
I would think that people that would participate in the way Messy Talk has been these past few, I would go as far as to say they don't really care about what the fuck is really going on in the world. Because if they did, they would have handled human beings a lot more careful than they did. You
Look
know,
how they handle
the shit that they
themselves.
talk shit about me for.
Look at how they take care of themselves. See, what I
Good
do
morning,
is
Riley.
I just look at them. I look at them and how they take care of themselves.
Right.
How the fuck you gonna get on here and try to say something about somebody? Look at you. Go look in the motherfucking mirror. And I'm not talking about just your face. Get in a body size mirror. Size yourself up. Stop coming on this motherfucker out fucking with people when you ain't looked in that mirror closely.
Again, it was never about mess for me. So I always tried to steer clear of trying to read black folks, especially for looks. And like I said about Petty Rowe, y'all, I went in on Petty Rowe's look maybe once or twice, and that's because she did some really fucked up shit. But I always said, I don't even see how y'all sit up here and call other black women ugly the way y'all do. How y'all sit here and nitpick at black women's bodies the way y'all do. We look alike. Okay, most of us is walking around here with some of the same goddamn features. And how the fuck do y'all get in y'all camera to talk shit on somebody that look like you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, how do you righteously sit your ass in your black ass in your fucking camera and talk shit about somebody that look very similar to you? Make that shit make sense. And all for what? Again, clicks, likes, and views. Because they felt very powerful when they had them white minions, and y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, because they would sit here and tell you that I'm the fucking the one that panders to white people. When I'm over here cussing white people the fuck out, not only white people that from the app, right? How many times did white people that knew me in real life come over here and try me, and y'all see me cuss them slap the fuck out, right? But here they are
Yeah.
over here using white trolls like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like how white folks sick dogs on our fucking ancestors, right? Y'all are doing this via the app, sending white racists to terrorize black folks on this motherfucking app.
They terrorize
These white
me.
folks couldn't wait for an opportunity to go after a black person.
Yeah. They was tagging my videos, calling me all kind of names. And in actuality, I didn't even know that they was white women. Remember, Blaze exposed them. They call themselves exposing the people that was doing all that to me. It was the llamas, and it was all the white tea llamas.
Yeah.
All of them.
Like I told y'all, the majority of them was white any fucking way. I tried to tell folks that. But again, I know I probably sounded crazy to a lot of people because I didn't have proof of nothing. I'm just using my motherfucking common sense, which I was hoping other people had. Like that's my mistake. I was hoping that other people had motherfucking common sense. I mean, I know it's not a lot of us, but I thought it would be more than that. Cause the shit was like, how could you not see it? And again, to me, the only reason you don't see it is because you don't want to or because you don't care. I was thinking about the word ignorance earlier today. And if you break that word down, right? Ignore is to purposely not acknowledge something. Because this is made of two words. Ignore and the is it suffix, prefix, what? I think it's a suffix, ants, right? Which basically means to put something, to put that thing into motion, right? So ignorance is to purposely not acknowledge something to me. It is the act of purposely not acknowledging something. To stay ignorant is to stay unaccountable. So if you act like you don't know, you act like you don't care, you fully ignore the situation, then you can tell yourself you have no responsibility. And that's what a lot of folks did. They played ignorant, like they didn't understand, like they didn't know. But we understand and we know, because again, look at them now. Y'all seem to understand very well, especially when it's happening to you. You seem to understand very well what disrespect looks like, what bullying looks like when it's happening to you. Again, for Petty Rose to say it's not fun no more. It wasn't fun to the people that y'all were victimizing back. It was only fun to you because you were not the fucking victim at the moment. And now you see yourself as the victim, and now it's not fun no more. Now you don't want to participate no more.
One of the biggest bullies on this app. Now it's not no fun no more because they be on here dragging her ass. And when I say they be on here dragging her, I'm telling you, these little young new creators that's coming on this app ain't playing with none of their asses. And I'm here for it. Dragging ass. Drag her some more.
I won't be there for it, but I also don't have nothing to say about it. I don't have nothing to say about it because, again, I kind of figured you didn't, Becky Boo. like for the most part, you know when to kind of stay on the side.
I ain't gonna lie. I be laughing.
Come on in, baby.
Hey, baby, I be tickled pink.
I opened this live up today for people that wanted to talk about Blaze, that wanted to talk about messy talk. So, listen, y'all got about to 1 o'clock. Then I got to get ready to go get my baby. So y'all better share this with who y'all need to share.
I do.
Get whoever you need to get in the box, whatever, you know.
I do. Well, when I come across some of them lives and what the shit they be saying, I'm like, these little people crazy as hell. The shit come up out their mouth. Crazy. Let me switch up I got to get on my other phone. This one finna go dead. I'll be right back.
Okay. What I missed. Hey, Nikki, you haven't missed anything for real. Like, I've been trying to wait because you weren't the only one that asked me to host this live. So I'm trying to wait on everybody else that asked me to host the live before we really get into anything. I just been kind of talking about how messy talk became a thing in the first place. And I spoke on Blaze just a little bit, but, you know, I ain't really get into that yet because I want to let the people that wanted to speak specifically about Blaze get that out the way, because for me while this live is going, I'm going to talk about the whole of it, everybody that was involved in this bullshit.
I'm down. I ain't got nothing but work there. Right here.
Hey, Kay.
Hey,
how you doing, boo?
Good. How are you?
I am good. I can't complain.
I see you doing your thing with your weight loss and everything. Go ahead, girl. I see you.
Getting and shit, trying to get into a nice skin routine and, you know, maybe reverse some of these years on my body.
I know that's right. Looking good, Miss Rennie. Somebody please hit the pause button. Oh my goodness.
I am so in love with having a daughter. Like,
oh my gosh, time is flying.
Everything, yes, because she's 6 now.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Now y'all don't get me talking about my kid, then I'll forget everything we came up here to fucking talk about today.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I missed it, but I really was interested in what happened with Blaze. I guess Tanya made a specific video, and I'm like, okay, what happened?
Okay, so I don't know if I know one of the videos that Tanya made, she had stitched mine, so I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't see the live, but I was sent the live, and I ain't gonna lie, I did not finish the whole video because to me it felt redundant, because for the 10 minutes that I did watch, as Butter kind of pleaded with Blaze to kind of understand where she was coming from. Blaze was very nonchalant and very, what I felt was disrespectful, because at the end of the day, if your supporters don't feel safe in your space and they're telling you that they don't feel safe, first of all, how in the hell do you apologize for somebody else? Like, that makes no sense to me. Why would you give her an apology on somebody else's behalf? And then for you to say that you care about her in real life and that these people don't even affect your real life, knowing that they have tried to get, like, even if you don't care about what they did to you, which to me is the point. If he doesn't care about them throwing a brick through his window while his kids were home, if he doesn't care that they came back to his home a second time and fought him in front of his wife and son to where his wife and his son had to scrape him up off the pavement, how in the fuck would you think that he would care about you? Butter is a brain trauma survivor, right?
Right.
We
Yep.
know that too much stress on her can affect her health. These people are calling the police, sending the fucking ambulance and shit to her house, talking about she's gonna harm herself. They are dragging this woman across the country to court for stupid shit. So for you to sit up there and tell her that these people are nothing to you off this app is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. Because look at what they've done to her again. But if he doesn't care about himself, how in the fuck does he care about Butter? And so I'm like, at this point, if you're feeling like, to me, I just wanted Butter and everybody to know, because it ain't just about Blaze. It's about disrespect, period. There is no way that you can love somebody and allow people that have no regard for their humanity at all. Meaning, I feel like I could treat you like shit just because I don't like you. Why would you bring that around somebody you say you care about?
So was Butter in a live with Blaze and people were disrespecting her? Okay.
I mean, that has happened over and over. This has been happening for years. It's not like this was just happened that day. And I don't know what happened that day. I just know I'm sitting there listening to her plead to him to understand why she does not feel comfortable with these people in his space. Him sitting up laughing with people that have not only harmed her in real life, but harmed him in real life and harmed other people in real life. How can you now turn around? Because I think that might be, and I don't want to speak for Butter because she's not here, and Butter is in the hospital this morning having surgery. So y'all please send out prayers and love and healing energy for her. But like, I don't understand how you think it's okay to bring these type of triggers and traumas around people that have stood 10 toes down for you for years. And then you treat them like shit because you decided that you're going to forgive these people. And so now they can come in your space and laugh like nothing ever happened. They can disregard what they've done to your supporters. And your supporters are just supposed to sit in there and be like, okay, like, I guess we're all friends now, even though you didn't fucking apologize to what you did to me.
Yes. Okay. I understand. And to your point, he is, for lack of a better term, very forgiving. So people who he's had like knockdown, drag out arguments with, eventually, there are a number of people that he's kind of reconciled with. But people that, those same individuals that might fall out with you or someone else, you guys are not forgiving and continue to say, nope, I'm not messing with that person.
Right.
Whereas we've seen him, be a little more forgiving and have them, in his live or on the panel. And that's just kind of how he, kind of rolls, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Right.
And see, this is the thing with me. He can be forgiving as he wanna be because that's the type of person he is. You can be forgiving. You can forgive whoever you want to forgive.
Can I pause this real quick? Because I think we need to find a better word for that. because that's not forgiving.
That's why I was like, all
That's
right,
not forgiving.
for
That's
lack
just
of a better
allowing
word.
people. That is just, and I know that's why you said it. That's why I said we really
Yeah,
do have to find another
yeah.
word for this.
Yep,
Because
yep.
that to me, that is the wrong way to be teaching people how to forgive. For one, to forgive, that's for you, the victim, to do, right? That's for
Yeah.
you, the
Yep.
victim,
Yep.
to do. So once again, he cannot forgive people for things that they've done to other people. That's number one. He cannot apologize to people for things that other people have done to them. That's not his apology to extend. So, and then he can forgive all he wants to on his end, but I'm gonna tell you that's not even forgiving. That's rolling the fuck over and letting people have do whatever they fucking want to with your boundaries, right? Because that's not what forgiving should be. Forgiving isn't okay. You can fuck me over as many times as you want to, but because I want to be popular on TikTok and I want all the people coming into my life. Now I'm going to forgive you. That's not real forgiving or forgiveness or however you would fucking say that. That's not real.
I feel
That's not
like
real.
this. How it started really with Tanya. Tanya was in live and they was I mean, like they was disrespecting her so bad. Like Blaze wouldn't say a word, not nothing. And I'm sitting in the comments like, what the hell? Like they is really going in on somebody that really has your back. He said nothing. So Tanya got mad, which of course she has the right to because like all the stuff that she was taking prior to this and on that night, I felt like it was wrong. So when she went live to talk about it, I joined in it because I had some stuff to voice too.
Right.
So he got mad. We tried to share him live and everything. He wouldn't come. So he felt like I was up there talking about him. We just went on a campaign and just talking about him. No, we was voicing how we felt. And that was wrong. How they was doing Tanya. And she's
Which
a
he should be
moderator?
able to do if he really cared about how y'all felt. I
You
mean,
know what? Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
go ahead,
Yeah, and
Tom.
that's the thing. You sit there and you let people get in your box. I'm in the comments at this time, but you got somebody in your box calling me all kind of bitches, calling me every name in a young broad. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing on here. That's why I don't go to Tea Time Live no more. Because I stated an opinion. I got called all kind of old names. So I don't play that type of shit.
Right.
See, I'm gonna let you know how I feel right then and there. I'm not gonna wait and do none of that. You told me what happened to mute those people. I tried to, but you turn around and let this girl disrespect me. You didn't say a word. I said, let me in a box so I can defend myself. You wouldn't even do that. So now I'm on your ass.
Right.
And I ain't dealt with him since. And I won't deal with him no more. I'm not that forgiving. Now you on my shit list. And you're gonna stay there.
I think for him to call it
Now fooling
forgiving
with
or he's a forgiving person, I just think that's bullshit for y'all to look at him as a good person because that's not that to me that's not the true definition of forgiveness of forgivance. And I'm not sure if that's the right word, but right now I can't think of any other word that would fit here. Again,
kiss ass. I
that's
say
not
kiss
fucking
ass. It
real.
ain't forgiving. I don't
There you
kiss
go. Like
nobody ass.
that is just bending over and letting somebody fuck you all in the goddamn ass for clicks, likes, and views. That is
Exactly.
not real. That's not real. You're not really forgiving these people. Like, because at the end of the day, if you can easily forgive like that, nigga, you didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck in
Closet.
the first goddamn place.
Closet, Lisa. Closet. He never
Like
did.
that's just I mean, I don't know. But again, these are things that I've been saying from the beginning. And these people weaponized every fucking thing that I said and did because one thing I have always done is protect my supporters. You can't come in here and do that shit. Y'all remember what they did to me when I motherfucking told Rico, what the fuck, Rico Suave, what the fuck ever his name is. Fuck your
Mm-hmm.
essay.
Mm-hmm.
I meant that shit with all my fucking heart. Because if you know that everybody over here is fucking SA victims, why in the fuck would you be over here with that bullshit? And then, I commended Blaze for how he handled it that day because I felt like I only had to ask Blaze one time and he backed the fuck up from that argument. But Rico just kept going. Just kept going. But now that I look back at it, I feel like so long as Blaze feels like he can benefit from you, he will be your lapdog. He will be whatever the fuck you need him to be. And I think that's why he was so confused with me, because I never asked him to do a goddamn thing.
Say it loud for the people in the back. Say it one
Never
more time.
asked him to do a
One more time. Say it.
goddamn thing. So while he probably feels used by the rest of these bitches, I didn't use him. I didn't come to Blaze with no motherfucking get famous quick scheme ideas on TikTok. I didn't go to Blaze. Blaze came to me, and I told Blaze straight up, I don't need you or nobody else to defend me. Now, if you want to, that's on you. But I will not be dragged into this whole messy ass motherfucking back and forth situation with these folks, because this is some real trauma that I'm really trying to get through. To this day, y'all, I'm still trying to get through. This is
I got my hand in the air. I'm in school. Listen, I wasn't even messing with him back then because he started dealing with Alicia and Closet talking them, and he was doing a whole bunch of fuck shit with them. That's when they gave him that page, and he was doing all that bullshit. So I had stopped messing with him back then because I didn't like what he was doing.
Right.
Until he started calling stuff taking up for you. That's when I started back dealing with him.
I think that's when a lot of people start.
I mean, this boy done hopped around this shit.
I think that's when a lot of people really started to truly support him. And I think that's because people felt like he was standing for something, right? Because
Yeah, fine.
yeah, I've been saying from jump, I recognized who Blaze was in the beginning, but I made it very clear. I am a human that is trying to inspire people to become their best version. I would be a hypocrite to not give people the opportunity to do that. So even though when Blaze first came around, I was like, fuck you, nigga, I do not need you. But if you're going to stand on something, let me sit here and watch and see. Let me see how you stand on this. And at first he talked a good game. At first it looked pretty cool, but it started cracking a long time ago. And had my supporters had more of my supporters been real supporters, y'all would have clocked that with me. Those that are here with me today are those that was paying attention to what the fuck I was saying back then.
Everybody, I just
Thank
sit back
you.
and listen. I'm a watcher.
The ones that are
Y'all see me in panels, I watch everybody.
And that's everybody that's over here with me today. That's what they did. They didn't watch one particular person. They didn't watch one particular scenario. They didn't watch one particular video. They watched it all. And they also paid attention to what the fuck I was saying. So if you were paying attention, you knew a long time ago that Blaze's mask was cracking a long fucking time ago. Me as a friend tried to help him mend that shit back together. Like, I get it. You're human. Ain't nobody fucking perfect. You gonna fuck up. You gonna make mistakes. Especially when you get to the concept of checking the oppressor within.
I held on to y'all.
Huh?
I held on to y'all because I seen what y'all went through and y'all struggles and how it just made me like, damn, these are strong women. They done been through a lot. I really hung on for y'all, to be honest.
Right.
Because I felt bad about what they was doing to y'all, especially with his child. Like talking, I don't like talking about kids, so that made me hold on to him too. And then it's like a slap in the face. See you turn around and be friends with the enemies. Like who does that?
But I think what I'm saying is that y'all saw it, right? Because if you look at it this way, a lot of people that supported me the moment I truly called out Blaze, because if y'all remember, for the longest I did it with love. Raise your hand if y'all remember that. I did it with love. I went out of my way to not try to disrespect him online, because again, I don't want to give nobody my loved ones as entertainment. I love black people, period. Right? So whether I had a relationship with Blaze or not, I was always going to handle it like that as long as I could. That's how I handled everybody. Everybody I handled the same fucking way. I handled you with respect for as long as I could. Right? But those that, when I first called out Blaze, like for real, when I held that live and I said, this is now what I believe has been going on this whole time. So for me, I want nothing else to do with Blaze. A lot of people stopped coming to my lives. They stopped supporting me. A lot of people have not been here. Right? It's not that they didn't see it. It's not that they didn't see what was going on. But, and I said this from jump, a lot of my supporters are here for the entertainment, right? So a lot of people, and I'm not saying everybody, because I do believe that Blaze had a lot of people that also just believed in him a little longer than I did. They knew what they were watching. But just like me, they were waiting for that moment for it to click for Blaze. And I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad because I've never asked y'all to choose. I've never said, if you're going to go over there to Blaze Live, don't come over here to mine, right? I never said that. I ain't never said that about anybody's motherfucking live. The only person was Tanya Michelle. Because if you're going to support somebody that plastered my fucking 3-year-old's face all over fucking TikTok, I don't want you in my live. Period. Don't want you here. But other than that, I have never asked anybody to choose about whose live they wanted to support. Because I understand when you love somebody, you love them. And you hope for that day where what you see in them, that potential that you see in them, comes shining through. I waited for as long as I could with Blaze. I was not mad at other people for still supporting him. What bothers me is those of us that don't want to be honest, that a lot of people were over there simply for the entertainment. They didn't care about my SA. They didn't care about any other victims, because if y'all remember, there were a lot of victims that came in here and shared their stories. How could you turn your backs on those people?
Because he was never for
Exactly. Because a lot of those people shared their stories because they felt like Blaze, not only was I a safe space, they felt like Blaze was a safe space too.
Damn.
Right? Y'all remember those days we had where I would shut my lives completely down for the victim to speak. We were building something great for victims, not just of SA, domestic violence, child victims, like all of that, anything. I wanted a safe space for people to tell their stories. And you betrayed them all. Like, for real. Because where are a lot of these people now? And I don't blame a lot of people that just went off and just said, I can't even be a part of this. But mind you, I had no choice because this was my real life. While people were sharing stories of previous SAs, I was sharing, y'all were watching me physically go through an essay in real time.
I never went through that, but some of y'all stories, I used to be sitting at work like crying, like, damn.
Right.
For y'all to come out and have the courage to speak on that on the internet and the other people. I commend y'all. I'm so sorry y'all had to go through that. That is so.
And I appreciate everybody's support that was in here.
I couldn't imagine that.
Because I do feel like that support was real. But again, like I always say, we're human and sometimes we get caught up. And I said that some of these supporters will get caught up in the hype. They will get caught up in the entertainment. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, right? If you were to go out here and tell your story about being a victim, the majority of the people that are going to tell you to shut the fuck up are victims too. That's the reality that we live in this society. And we would love to think that we're not that cruel of a person, that we would care. We would really care if something happened to somebody. But you never know what you're going to do until that moment comes. And a lot of people made some bad choices. And as humans, we don't like to say we made bad choices. We don't like to say that we did the wrong thing. Like, that's why we're stuck in this fucking clusterfuck of America. White people don't want to admit that they fucked up. White people don't want to admit that they hurt black people. People on this app do not want to admit that they hurt people. All for their own benefit, all for their own gain. Now, whether the gain was monetary, or this was just a few moments for you to live vicariously through somebody else, because there were a lot of people over here that wanted to wake up, right? Wanted to be woke. But what did I tell y'all? A lot of our personal lives infringes upon that a lot. Some of us are married to people that do not share the same values as us, but you can't afford to leave that fucking relationship. Some of us work for people that are not for us, but you can't afford to leave that fucking job. So after a while, even though the message is good, right? The message that I'm giving out is good. You get tired of it because you can't really implement it into your real life. Some of y'all want to cuss the family predator out, but you're still too afraid of the conflict that will cause in your family. So you can't continue to listen to somebody that's continuously telling you to burn down the fucking system, because that's the only way to free all of us. Every victim of every fucking crime ever perpetuated in this country, the only way to do that is to motherfucking kill the goddamn system. But none of us really have acting power unless it's happening to us in the fucking moment. All the other moments, we support as long as we can, then we move on with our fucking life. We give empathy as long as we can, then we move on with our fucking life. We give compassion as much as we can, but then we move on with our own fucking lives. But these victims don't get to move on like that. And we all know that, because at some point we are the victim that is not able to move on like that. But we keep perpetuating it. We keep perpetuating it. And some of the people that have been, unfortunately, some of the people that have been hurt by Blaze are experiencing the same thing that people like Petty Rowe are experiencing. It didn't bother you when it wasn't you. Right? Because all of us have experienced, especially those of us that get in the box. Everybody that gets in the box has experienced disrespect in Blaze's life. Tell me I'm wrong. All of his supporters that get in that fucking box, that has gotten in the box from 2021 to now, 2025, have they not all been disrespected? And I'm talking about his real supporters. Not these people that pop up bi-weekly. I ain't talking about these people that he's friends with 2 or 3 days out of the fucking month.
Disrespect. Yep.
Right. So everybody that has got up there to defend Blaze, to support Blaze, to support me, to support any of our fucking, I mean, people have been getting strange just for supporting the supporters.
I used to couldn't even go in people's room. They were like, they go Blaze mod. I was like, damn.
Right.
I don't even be doing that.
You don't even have to say nothing.
And not gonna go in people's room right now today.
I want to be in there so bad.
Some folks didn't even have to say nothing in the box. If you accidentally motherfucking found yourself in that goddamn box, here come the fucking minions to your goddamn page. What the fuck did I do? Oh, I saw you in this live. Nigga, that was a fucking mistake. Didn't even say nothing in the box, and here they come attacking your fucking page.
Okay, your ass.
I'm having a little bit of.
Get your ass back over there in that basement.
Right. What you say, Kay?
I'm having a little bit of PTSD.
Get out of
the basement.
It was a hard, and that's why I said I'm only doing this live one time, because I don't want anybody to get comfortable over here in no messy talk routine. I don't do that shit. I don't do what traumatizes my supporters. Like, no, like, yeah, some triggers are good triggers, but I'm not here to traumatize my supporters. I'm here to trigger you into your strength. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat the fact that we need to find ways to fight back. That's why I fought so hard. Like, y'all don't even, like...
Well, I just quickly just want to say thanks for letting me up. And I just had that one question. I was really, really curious just because of, what the most recent videos. So,
Right. Well, I appreciate
thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
No problem. But the strength that it has taken to like show strength, to show people in real life me fight back, whether anybody stood with me or not. I didn't do that for me alone. I did that for us. I was not about to disappear off this app like they had done so many people before me. So many people that I didn't even know about before they did what they did to me. There were many of women, black fucking women that came before me that they fucking bullied and harassed right off this motherfucking app. I'm talking about just no bars held. Like they just went in on these black women, destroyed their fucking lives. And so many of them did bow out. But you're not, not to me. Not when you have done something to me in real fucking life. Some shit I haven't even, and I don't know how to classify this, because if this hadn't happened to me, then I probably would not have dug back into traumas that happened in the past. And I'd probably be still believing that I had healed from childhood trauma that I didn't actually heal from. I just moved on with my life like they tell victims to do, right? And I learned that I really found out how I got into the habit of just chunking bad shit across my, just pick this shit on up and keep going. Cause cry for what? Who the fuck cares? Scream for what? Who the fuck is listening? So the majority of my adulthood, I just took my trauma and threw it over my shoulder and kept on fucking trucking. But on this app, I knew I had to do something different. Because I'm a fighter. Okay? I've always been a fighter. And I knew on this, like, I knew what had happened to me was not something I could just chunk on my fucking shoulder and just march off with it. Because it was like a floodgate. A whole lot of shit came fucking rushing through. Mind you, y'all, at this time, I'm also dealing with postpartum. I had just had a fucking baby. Didn't nobody give a fuck about that? What were y'all doing? Y'all were making fun of my child. Do y'all remember when Petty Rowe called my daughter a fucking hoe? Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, that pissed me off.
The same Patty Rowe that's over there talking about now, she don't want to motherfucking, she don't want to go back to Messy Talk because Messy Talk ain't fun no more. It was fun to call a fucking 2-year-old little girl a fucking hoe. Y'all sat up here and looked in y'all cameras and told y'all supporters that my 2-year-old daughter was going to go to school and teach all the kids about sex. That's what Petty Rose said. Tanya got up here and plastered my 2-year-old's daughter's face with multiple random men. Y'all laughed at this shit. And I'm laughing now to keep from motherfucking really getting upset. Because this is some really fucking insane shit. And I knew I wasn't the only person y'all had done this to. But you're not finna fucking violate me twice in real life and then think that I'm just gonna fold on this motherfucking app. No. Because I lead by example. First of all, I'm not even a fucking leader. But let's say I parent by example, because this is how I was thinking about the situation. I don't tell my kids something and then do the fucking exact opposite. So I'm not finna get on this app and tell y'all that you gotta fight back and then not show you how to fight back. Or not even how to fight back, how I fight back. You ain't got to like it. I'm a fucking victim. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. They wronged me. Who the fuck are you to tell me how to fucking fight back? I didn't do shit to these people. They did it to me. So from jump, I let y'all know that my message would always be a part of my platform, no matter what. Because this is not just about sexual assault. It's not just about domestic violence. We got this new shit now, right? Virtual violence. Y'all remember when they motherfucking tried to laugh at me when I said you can be verbally assaulted by somebody? Y'all remember how many videos they made calling me stupid? Somebody, you can't
Yeah, but now they ass is going.
verbally assault people. You can't virtually assault people. How you can't? How you can't?
Well, they know you can now. All they do on this motherfucker is go to court.
Right. It's people going to court left and right, getting sued left and right for shit that they're doing on this app.
It's childish. It's childish. You so bad. Why you gotta get the police involved?
Right.
You so bad. You gonna do all this?
But that's like a double sword too, because it's like because people think they're so bad, they get on this motherfucking app and say whatever the fuck they want to say, do whatever the fuck they want to do, and think there are no consequences to it. Whether it's somebody coming to whip your ass or it's a police officer coming to arrest you for the shit that you've done. And this is why they treated a lot of people the way they treated people on this app, because we don't have laws to stop people from acting violent towards each other on app. They was living out their fucking fantasies. Predators, I told y'all this. I told y'all this. These motherfucking trolls and a lot of these people on this app, this is not, TikTok is different, right? You can say people were really faking on Facebook because people wanted to pretend to be, because they kind of had to pretend to be who they were, especially around people that they knew in real life, because you're also given a persona to, unless these people live in your home, everybody outside your home gets a persona. Okay, so people on Facebook tried to fake as much as they could so that they could keep up with that persona that they have in real life. People on TikTok were using TikTok as a way to say all the shit they ever wanted to fucking say because they knew there were no fucking consequences here. There were no real consequences on TikTok because somebody is going to be entertained by what the fuck you're doing. So if you choose to get on this app and tear people down all day long, there is a demographic of people that are going to sit here and watch this shit all fucking day long. Like, oh my God.
Be right back, y'all. My truck here. I'll be right back.
Okay, baby. This is the tea. And they're going to watch it all day long. So a lot of people were living out their actual true selves on this fucking app. But hide behind, oh, it's just an app. It's just an app. This is not real life. This is not real life. But I told y'all, if people can get on this motherfucking app and say the shit that they say on this fucking app, if they can get on this app and terrorize people for no fucking reason, right? Other than to troll, then I know damn well you can't take a no in real life. So a lot of these people are rapey as hell. But what did they say when I said that? Remember when I told y'all that the way Patrick and I Speak move on this app lets me know that they don't need to be around nobody's motherfucking kids? What did y'all, oh, she's accusing them of touching their kids. That's not what the fuck I said. You can abuse kids in multiple different fucking ways. And I told y'all then, neither one of them men need to be around fucking kids. Not even their fucking own. They don't need to be raising nobody's motherfucking kids. Half of the people on this app don't really need to be raising nobody's fucking kids. Okay? But what do? Y'all call CPS on people that ain't even doing shit to their kids because you want to create a narrative that that person is the bad person and y'all predators over here are the good people. So how many people did y'all affect in real life with that one? I know you can think of a couple, right, Tanya? A couple of people that they call DSS on or Child Protective Services on that didn't actually fucking deserve it. But the motherfuckers that they needed to be calling child services on, they weren't calling them on them though.
And they still doing that same shit on here. They pick and choose.
Exactly.
They've been picking and choosing on this app for a very long time.
Exactly.
Who they want to fuck
Because
with, fuck over.
a lot of these people were just
So yeah, and some of these
for them to create the narratives that the shit that fit their fucking narrative. Right? If they want you to go over here and attack this woman for being a bad mother, then all they got to do is motherfucking call all these false reports, or you know what I'm saying? Go back in your past and collect some shit from your fucking past. Right?
the
And
shit
then
they
if you
done
were
done on
really
this app
apologetic
is
about the shit that you did,
unbelievable. But
go ahead. I'm sorry. What was you saying, Tanya?
these people. These people not apologetic. You know they have talked about my son on this app, called him the R word with their chest out. Just because they was mad at me, not knowing that that's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, that shit don't get up under my skin because he's educated. He's taught very well. But you think because you said something about my disabled son that they gonna make me mad? So the shit that they do on this app, it's believable because they have done it to me.
Right.
But you can't break me. Y'all can't break me. In the end, when y'all sitting up there doing that shit to other people, y'all turn around and break yourselves. Cause none of y'all standing on shit
And that's why they're
that
falling.
y'all thought y'all was.
That
Cause
is
y'all
why
had
they're
all these
falling
people behind.
now. That's exactly why they're falling now.
It's very wild.
Because they didn't stand on anything for real. They used people.
And it didn't take long.
Huh?
It didn't take long. This just a couple of years later. I said it didn't take long for them to
Right.
get their payback or whatever they had to go through to leave people alone. This just a couple of years later. I look at y'all, I'm like, what the fuck?
I see them
What
all
happened
kind
to
of
you?
struggling.
Your
I see
fucking
them all
mouth.
kind of struggling.
That's what.
I saw where Crystal Crave, somebody was trying to steal Crystal Crave's song. Some white girl. They was they had campaigns out trying to get people to share out that was Crystal Crave's song, and the white girl was trying to steal the credits to the song or whatever. Again, I don't understand how these people think karma is supposed to work. You know, y'all
I was
showed
gonna
y'all
say something.
asses on these apps. You gotta pay. You can't receive without giving. That's how this world works. Okay, you cannot receive without giving, so you got to give up something. You got to give up something.
She ain't gonna have no,
Huh?
she ain't gonna have no luck. She's just intelligent and young. She ain't gonna have too much luck because she got to think about the shit that she done on here. She called me stupid for asking.
Yeah.
You don't even know me. You just know I have a disagreement with the creep right here, and you call me stupid.
Crystal Crave had a
I had
lot
to
of
put
choice
my
words.
daughter on her ass. Girl, let me show you I got a daughter your age.
She had a lot of choice words for me. She had a lot of choice words about
Don't
Alicia.
play with me, little girl.
I mean, y'all, she is up here rapping about women empowerment in y'all face when she sat up here and roasted a woman's coochie. She sat up here and sent another woman's motherfucking nudes to all the fuckers in the fold. And now y'all are putting her on this motherfucking pedestal as a woman who is for the girls, for the girls. And she got up here and had a whole roast session on another woman's motherfucking vagina. Make that shit make sense. Please make it make sense.
Well, these damn people, these
Huh?
these damn people don't give a damn.
No.
So these damn people don't give a damn about what they do. But what they better know is the internet is forever.
It sure the fuck is.
Forever.
Especially if the government wants it to be. So everything you put out there, they can use against you. And trust and believe they wouldn't be spending all this money on this data if they wasn't collecting everything you've been saying and doing. Not just for the past 4 years, but longer than that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna have to stand on something, because someday they gonna come collecting. Y'all don't understand fame and popularity and even success in this country comes at a price. So the more successful you are, the higher that price is. I told y'all a few years ago the how TikTok would look and play out in the next couple of years. I told y'all that it had been taken over by Hollywood. Okay? And everything on this app is a sale. Even the people that you claim to support on this app, most of y'all don't actually support people on this app. You support the popularity that they have. You're paying to be a part of something that you'll never actually be a part of. The only reason you're there
That was on the tip of my
is to
tongue.
keep these people up on a fucking pedestal. That's the difference between myself and a lot of these creators on this app, especially those of us that came on here around the same time. Those people, like the people like us over here that are trying to build community, is different from those that are trying to build platforms. Okay? And everybody on this app is trying to build a platform. So everybody on this app is selling you something. Okay? So I told y'all a long time ago.
I know I
If
am.
your favorite creator has a blue check mark beside it, or they make a lot of money off this motherfucking app, I guarantee you the person that they are selling to you is not the person that they really are. Okay? So a lot of y'all that are in love with these pro-black, pro-women, what are they calling it now? I don't even fucking know. But all of these groups of people that y'all think that are in your corner, let me tell you something, just like the government, right? All of this shit is a facade. They're not going to let anybody in those doors that they cannot use and manipulate. So anybody that you see becoming popular on TikTok, becoming rich in the fucking entertainment industry, they have a price to pay. They have a price to pay, because you don't just get into that club just because you have talent. You don't get in that club because you have talent. You get in that club because the powers that be know that they can manipulate you into spreading whatever fucking message it is that they want to be spread. When I told y'all that TikTok operates exactly how the American system operates, y'all call me fucking crazy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now I'm not understanding some things. Chewbacca, you want to come up in the box, girl? Cause what is going on? What's going on, boo? Oh shit, I probably shouldn't do that on mine, huh? That's why I be having my camera off most of
I
the time.
just finna say, girl, you on camera.
That right there.
Yeah, I
My
mean,
goddamn camera
it been
off.
so much
Chewbacca, come
BS.
on up, girl. Come on up, boo.
You know, it be so much
Come
crap
on up. Cause
on here. You just gotta
was
dissect the
there.
bullshit,
You was
you
there
know.
through the whole goddamn Jewish shit, right? Right? Remember how I was looking at the white people in your live like, So y'all can admit over here that the videos was chopped and screwed. And that y'all came after me for no fucking reason. And again, if y'all don't believe that I Speak Them was behind this shit, y'all are fucking crazy. Because all of them people was motherfucking connected. Nurse Naya
Yes, you
did
had the
that shit
Karens,
for
the I
fucking
Speaks, the
Patrick
Voodoo
Jenkins.
Babe, the Patrick Denti.
Right?
It was all of them.
All of them. You can't come up, Chewbacca?
All of them. That's
I
us.
would love for you to come on up. I would love for you to come on up. Cause y'all know me. I don't do no
I'm
messy
glad.
shit. I don't do no arguing
I'm
back
glad
and
I don't be
forth. So,
speaking there.
Chewbacca, baby, you know. Come on up. Like, let's talk about this. Cause again, I won't be doing this.
All is
This
welcome.
this will be my last live on this. You see,
You
that's why I
already
had to
said
stop
everybody is
doing.
welcome to come and speak their
That's
piece.
why I
That's
had to stop
the
doing
first.
my artwork online
Yeah.
because I felt like, and I don't feel like, again, some things we do as a society, I don't think that it's purposely done. Right? I don't think that people purposely meant to exploit me, but the fact that a lot of the times, and I've addressed this before as to why now I keep certain things more private, because when I tell y'all I'm experimenting with something or I'm learning how to do something, I'm telling you right here, like, this is new for me. And it's immediately, can you do me this? Can you do me that? Can you do that for me? Can you do this for me? Can you make this for me? Can you make that for me? And I'm just like, damn, I ain't even, like, I'm a creative. I don't create for capitalism. So when the Friday goddamn auctions, and I know No Cry Zone meant well when she did it the first time, but it didn't work for me because I'm not a capitalist. So trying to get y'all some paintings together for every Friday to do a fucking auction, who the fuck? No, I can't do it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's a lot of work.
Mm-mm. I'm so sorry. And
Oh,
again, I have to be mindful about what I do. For one, I can't really start an online store. Then the fucking VA will be like, oh, hold up. So you're working now? Oh, so you don't need your benefits? Okay. So how your kids gonna go to college? I hope you make enough money between here and now for your kids to go to college,
fucking bit.
because so you just gonna have a website and just let people come. So that was not an option for me. So selling my art on the side so that I could make sure that I don't make more than what they think is too much was also not an option for me because, baby, I am not a fucking machine. I can't paint what you want me to paint so that you can so that I can auction it off to you on Friday. I want to create to create. I don't want to have to think about what this person wants or how I need to make this picture perfectly for this person. I am trying to heal a lot of fucking trauma. And I told y'all from jump, like, I had put art away for years, like, especially that type of art. I'm trying to learn where I even stand with myself as an artist. So, you know, good morning, Grateful, or good afternoon.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I was actually just
Oh,
balancing my plate on my phone with my greedy ass and did a join. I am shame as
it's
fuck.
okay. It's okay. I can drop you down. People do it all the time. Don't feel shame.
Okay, then love y'all. I'll see y'all.
All
I'm
right.
I'm 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 just over here enjoying y'all's conversation. I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay. Thank you, baby.
Yes, love.
I said bye bye like I'm on the phone with people for real, for real. But yeah, a lot of shit has happened on this app. that we can't take back. Y'all did the shit. So how do you actually move on from that? And you can't just move on by getting in your fucking camera and saying, I made a lot of mistakes. But I mean, even, I hate to bring her up again, but Petty Rowe. Like, I saw that one video where she was like, you know, I know some things were my fault. Some? Y'all are fucking delusional. It's so many people that come.
You talked about my son too.
Exactly. It's so many people that come across my FYP that I'm just sitting here like, how do you, like, logically, like, if we lived in a logical world, how do you in the fuck have all of these goddamn supporters? Did they miss out on all of the havoc that y'all were wreaking throughout fucking Messy Talk?
She got all them supporters when she was talking about you.
And that's my thing. A lot of people did. A lot of people took it upon themselves to get on this app and dog me the fuck out. And just like any other fucking situation, if you had to go to work and everybody at your job has dogged you out, that's not gonna cause you trauma to walk in there and see them people every fucking day? Yes or no? If you had a job and everybody at your job decided that you lied about something, so they decide they're gonna motherfucking bully the fuck out of you every goddamn day, and you're determined not to quit your job though, because why? Why would you quit your job? Because they don't fucking believe you, right? But they've treated you like shit. You don't think that's gonna be awkward walking into that job every day? Kind of how awkward it is to be on, hey Medusa, to be on TikTok. And it's like I'm walking past my victimizers every time I scroll my FYP. Because again, I will say, a lot of my mutuals
Was absolutely
share the content of a lot of people
Palesa.
that fucked me over, huh?
And they was dragging me, but they wasn't dragging me half as much as they was trying to drag you on this motherfucker. And it was draining for me.
Remember
To the stuff that they was doing to me. So I can only imagine how you felt.
these motherfuckers got on here and told y'all I lied about having thyroid cancer.
It was too much.
They made whole videos, right? Trying to dissect why my head was bald.
Yeah.
They sat up there and told you that bitch lied. That's what came out of Cuban's mouth. And Kappa. That bitch lied. She ain't never had no fucking. Do y'all remember when when one of my dancers from my dance team back at home, do y'all remember when she got in that box and she tried to tell Kappa and them and Cuban them that I did not lie about cancer? Remember they let I Speak come in there and drag her for filth? She didn't even know who the fuck I Speak was. She just happened to come across a post.
They don't want me to take some of
Where
these
they
videos.
had my picture in the background, and she heard people in there saying that bitch lied about having cancer, and she went up in the box to say, I know her in real life. I used to work for her. She definitely had cancer. She definitely had her thyroid completely fucking removed, and they let I Speak come up in that box and drag that black woman for fucking filth. She didn't say,
and that's why he lost everything he owned.
Right. She didn't say nothing about nobody because she didn't know these people. She knew me. She didn't know none of the people. I think it might have been Aunt Karen's live though. It was Aunt Karen's live and Kappa and Cuban and I Speak and Ebre. All of them was in there, right? But it was Aunt Karen's live. And Aunt Karen was making fun of my bald head and all of that shit, right? And she came up and told them, but she really did have cancer. And Aunt Karen was like, oh, she did? Oh, she did? And Cuban over there, no the fuck she didn't. That's a motherfucking lie. And y'all let I Speak get in there and drag that. And I'm talking about she's the sweetest girl I've ever met in my fucking life. Very soft spoken. She was very respectful to everybody. She even tried so hard to de-escalate it with I Speak. She kept apologizing to I Speak. She kept apologizing to I Speak, telling him, I'm not here to talk about what did or did not happen. I'm just telling you that I know her in real life and she indeed had cancer, and they dragged that woman till it was no dragging no more.
But look at them
That
now.
part
I'm
grateful.
gonna
And
keep
that's why
coming back to that.
grateful.
But
That
look
is,
at them
I'm
now.
sorry. Go ahead, Tanya. I'm sorry.
Only thing I have to say, when they sought out to hurt people and do stuff like that, I'm gonna keep repeating. Look at them now.
Right.
And I'm gonna back up off of those my words to them motherfuckers. Look at y'all now.
But yeah, grateful. That's exactly why I tried to organize the TikTok protest in the first place. My main concern was black women. I literally went down a rabbit hole one night and I just saw multiple videos after videos after videos after videos after videos of black women being treated like shit on this app. And at that time, I didn't even understand that there were, these strategies that people were using. It was very apparent to me that white people were going in on black women. I'm talking about all through their comment sections of their content, every time they went live. All you had to do was sit in a black woman's live for a few minutes and the racists they would swarm like fucking bees. So I'm like, what the fuck is really going on? Because I can't be the only one that sees this. And I remember in the very beginning, right, I got on this app and I saw people like Conscious Leah, and I saw people like I Speak, and I saw people like T Nathan, and I saw people like Closet Talk, and I saw people like Cuban Delight, and I'm like, these are activists, right? We can get together and we can do something about what the fuck is going on with black women. But I realized very quickly that they didn't give a fuck about black women. Especially the men, right? I had more faith in the women.
I thought
first.
the same.
I had way more faith in the women first, right? I knew the men didn't give a fuck. So when Cuban, myself, and originally, what's her name? Because it wasn't even, no, I'm sorry, not Cuban, Closet Talk. It was my Black Angel, Lady Black Angel. Myself, Closet Talk, and Lady Black Angel organized a protest at TikTok headquarters to discuss with them what was happening to black women on this app. Little did I know that Cuban would be coming in. Didn't know Cuban at all, for real. But when I did meet Cuban through Closet Talk, I'm like, okay, we can do this because women don't need men. Because I'm already at that point. I've been telling y'all from jump, I got a good man at home, but that nigga can't leave me no motherfucking where. Okay? I don't listen to men. I don't give a fuck what a man has to say. Nothing. Absolutely motherfucking nothing. Nothing. So at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck it, because we don't need these motherfucking men. We don't need these men that are fucking centering themselves with bullshit. We don't. So let us women, and at the time, I'm thinking Cuban was black. How the fuck did we fall for that one? Okay, because
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Dolezal looks more black than Cuban.
I knew that from the day one.
I listen. Here's the thing, though.
She just was trying.
Here's the thing, though, because again, me being a black woman, I didn't want to try to motherfucking deny anybody's blackness, right? So I knew she wasn't black, but I knew that she had Afro. And not if that's really her grandmother, which it looks like it is, because but you never know, because you dig back far enough, all of these people been on reality shows, they've been on, and again, I think that's why they thought that I was going to join right in with them. But they didn't understand that I chose activism in the end. Like, this was my transition. After I had my daughter, when I got pregnant with my daughter, is when I took a break from the entertainment industry, period. I was like, I will be back when my daughter is 2. I'll get back on the radio station because I was a radio fucking DJ. I was doing fucking movies at that time. The only thing that that I didn't step away from was the TV show because I was in a contract with that TV show. So I couldn't just quit the fucking TV show. But I let y'all know I'm probably going to get fired. I'm probably going to get fired because if anybody at the whatever network might pick us up, right? The director of this goddamn show, because at this point we had already filmed like 2 episodes. So I'm like, if they see this shit, I'm more than likely going to get fired because at this point, I do not give a fuck. It is all about Black women first and foremost. Okay? But little did I know I was going up here to fucking protest with people that were actually being employed and contracted out by TikTok to get on here and cause fucking havoc. So after these people sexually assaulted me, I got on this app and I told y'all, it is something off with this. Because can y'all just real quick put yourself in my shoes?
But you know,
What you say?
I just want to say this. That's how we found out about those protected pages.
Right, because they fucked around and gave me
Remember, people had pages that no matter what,
remember?
No.
Y'all remember that?
I want to bring that up when you were saying that. You know, I was around when y'all went to protest, you know, at TikTok and
when
stuff.
I came back from
and then after that, that's when we found out people had protected.
When I came back from that protest,
Yep.
and remember, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. I kept telling y'all something is wrong because my shit says that I'm supposed to be motherfucking permanently banned right now. Because remember, it had a fucking September date on it. I was supposed to be banned to September 28th or 29th or something like that. But we're all the way in October and my motherfucking live is still going. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Every time y'all get me down, I'm able to come right the fuck back up. But I had no idea that I had a protected page.
Look, she'll come right back in the cab like y'all.
That like crack in the 80s.
I was like, every time they took the pictures, come right back with your face in the camera.
Like crack in the. I mean, because we was really.
Boy, that shit was
and
wild.
The other thing is that, and this is another reason that y'all should really. Okay, first of all, let me go back to the point I was making the first time, right? And if I remember it. And I don't. But
you was talking about the protest.
Oh, when I said, okay,
so you was
put
talking
yourself
about
in my shoes, right? You confront some people that you went out of town with. You confront some people that you went out of town with. And over the phone, and mind you, this is before I know anything about fucking recording people or trying to make sure I got the receipts. And they tell you on the phone that they absolutely did what the fuck you said they did. And then everybody involved in that conversation. It's not like one person got on this app and lied on me. Everybody that was on that phone call got on this app and lied on me. Can y'all imagine that? You have a group conference, a group chat. Again, put yourself at work or something. And you have a group meeting at work, right? And during this group meeting, everybody's like, you know what? You're right. We were wrong. You got one over there that's like, I don't really think I did what you said I did, but I actually did it. I just don't feel the same way about it as you do. Not that I didn't do it. It's just that I don't feel the same way as you do. Cool. Okay. But then you go to work. And they get on the intercom and they're like, such and such lied and did such and such. And you're sitting here like, wait a minute. That is not what the fuck happened. That's not how that went. Like, could y'all imagine a group of people just coming together as a conglomerate to get on fucking line and lie on you? Like, just blatant lies. Like, out of no motherfucking where.
I was debunking that shit. Because I'm a real motherfucker. Couldn't nobody tell me anything. Nobody
No, what I'm
can't tell
asking
me
you to do,
anything.
what I'm
I
asking,
heard what
no,
I heard.
but you're dissolving the point because I need people to think about, put yourself in my shoes, whether this is online or somebody at your job or maybe your fucking family. Can you imagine walking into a space and everybody in there, you know the truth, you know what was said, but everybody that was there decided to say that you're the one that's inaccurate about what happened? Do you know what kind of mental fuck that is?
Because I go through things like,
Do you know what
yeah,
kind of mental fuck I would
that's why I'm the way that I
to
am.
get on this, huh? What you say?
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying because I get put in that situation all the time. So I know what you're saying.
Exactly. My thing is to
And
be
that's with
put in
family.
that
We ain't talking about the
situation,
app.
not how you get out of it or not how, just in that moment, right? In that fucking moment that it becomes clear to you that these people have decided to get on here and come together over telling a fucking lie on you. You ain't did nothing to these people. Like, can y'all imagine where my mind was when I got online that day? And there are thousands of people in this motherfucking live. There are thousands of people coming over to my content to bully and harass me because a group of people told y'all I was the one that was lying. When we just had a fucking group phone call and everybody admitted what they did to me. Now, if you've been in that situation, then you know how fucked up that feels. Because that's confusing. Because I was confused. Like, why the fuck? And then this topic, to be exact, why are so many people so comfortable with lying for predators? People that they heard with their own ear. Now, mind you, this is what people heard with their own fucking ears. Right? Because y'all heard closet talk and y'all heard, even though I Speak didn't go into detail, I Speak got on this motherfucking app and told y'all that he violated me. He made an apology video. So these are things that y'all heard with y'all own fucking ears and y'all still decided to support the predator. And we have nerve to question today why they won't put out the Epstein files. Y'all don't want them Epstein files because you care about the victims. Y'all don't give a fuck about them victims. If y'all gave a fuck about them victims, then y'all would really be trying to figure out where the fuck Erica Kirk really came from. Because I guarantee you it was a sex trafficking ring. Okay? As many victims that came up here and told y'all that they are victims of SA, they are victims of DV, they are victims in some form or fashion to these motherfucking narcissists in the goddamn entertainment industry. But what do y'all do? You keep entertaining the entertainment industry. Okay? You keep entertaining, but why would we not? Why would we not? We live in a country where we have statues of traitors everywhere. Okay? We live in a country where people celebrate the losers of the Civil War. And we wonder why we're so fucking backward. We live in a society where we do everything backward to nature itself. So we don't want them Epstein files. Because if we wanted them Epstein files, we would have treated people. I'm not the only person that has got on this app and told y'all that they have been sexually assaulted by people, not Not even just random people on TikTok, mind you. There have been people before and after me that came on this app and told y'all that they were assaulted by the same group of people in real life now. They were assaulted by the same fucking people. And it didn't even, I mean, and y'all still don't care. Again, y'all watched I Speak treat his wife like motherfucking shit. His wife. Y'all watched I Speak mimic raping me in front of his fucking kids. Do y'all remember that shit? If that's not fucking weird. They laughed and kept it moving. They laughed and kept it fucking moving. Y'all didn't see nothing wrong with I Speak having a direct connection to the white woman that accused him of SA. Nothing. So y'all
They
don't
didn't
care
care.
about black men.
They did not care.
They
They
don't care
was
about black men being falsely accused by white women. Because what did y'all do? Y'all sat up there and kikied with them while I Speak and Petty Row and Cuban Delight and all of them sat up there and entertained this white woman. They sat up there and let this white woman collect gifts in their fucking lives. They sat up and let this woman collect gifts in their lives while they ran around this app telling y'all that I hired her to lie on him. Nobody looked twice at that. This man is telling y'all that I hired this white woman to lie on him, but he is the one out here jumping in lives with her every motherfucking day, collecting fucking gifts. When I asked that nigga face to face, if anything that you're talking about, does anything that you're talking about prove that you did not assault me? He dropped me down and y'all thought that was funny. Y'all thought that was cute. Y'all thought he ate that. But y'all sitting here watching these politicians skate around motherfucking answers talking about he lying. That's just a lie. And y'all didn't see that with I Speak? What did I tell y'all I Speak was? What did I tell y'all I Speak was? Did I or did I not tell y'all that I
a
Speak was a
predator.
white man trapped in a black meat suit? Y'all don't remember when I said that? Thank you, Portia. Y'all don't remember when I told y'all that I Speak was a white
Now I
man
do.
trapped in a black meat suit? Unfortunately, most of the black men on this app are coons. Because most black men in America are coons. Because let's not get it twisted. These men are what led. These black men are who TikTok reached out to and put them in the lead positions. All right. Now, mind you, the white men outranked them, the Jolly
Black.
Gingers and the Good Troubles and the fucking what's his Dinesh and what's the other one, the MAGA one, the fuck is his fucking name, something Patriot, Misfit Patriot, and all of the motherfuckers, all of the motherfuckers are connected. They're all fucking connected. They're all fucking connected. I told y'all a long time ago that TikTok was the new cesspool for Hollywood to pick their new fucking celebrities from. This is their new wave of fucking celebrities. There is infighting amongst the elite. Old money versus new money. Okay? The new money being these tech bros with all this cryptocurrency and all this shit that just got rich quick. Being led by motherfucking Elon Musk and goddamn Donald Trump type motherfuckers. So what do you think is going to happen to the industries? They're going to change. Because the old Hollywood don't work no more. The old setup of Hollywood does not work no more. Why do y'all think Donald Trump wants access to TikTok so bad? That motherfucker is a performer. He is an entertainer. He is a con man. Okay? And to be a good con man, you got to be a good entertainer. You got to be a good performer. That's all the con is. It's an act. So you got to be a good actor, actress to do this shit. And while I'm speaking on it, y'all see how Chewbacca didn't come up in this motherfucking box? I don't know if she's still here, but why do y'all think Chewbacca didn't come up here? Does anybody remember what Chewbacca did? I saw some of y'all,
No.
in the comment section. And I know it's a whole lot of folks that done me wrong, but y'all didn't think to yourself why Chewbacca did not get in the box? Now she came over here with that Palesa Queen gifted and all of that shit, right? But how did Chewbacca leave out? Do y'all remember how me and Chewbacca parted ways? Y'all remember that day that I went to the police station to file the report against ISP and NCIS walked out on me? Y'all remember how she was up in Patrick's box?
I remember that.
Hard shit about me and Blaze. Now, this is somebody that was supposed to come to my daughter's birthday party. That's how close me and Chewbacca had gotten. She was supposed to come to my daughter's birthday party. She never showed up. Because mind you, Chewbacca was against me at first. But then them white folks get on, right? The Jewish dude, the Holocaust survivor. Y'all remember this, right? Gedon went over to Chewbacca's live. Him and his little handler over there, the little white lady. Hey, Dan, what's up with you? Remember, they went over to Chewbacca's live, and in her motherfucking comment section, they admitted that they knew from jump that the fucking video had been doctored. That they knew that Misfit Patriot and all of the motherfucking crackers over there had motherfucking chopped and screwed the fucking video before they sent it. But where did they get the video from? Where did they get the video from? They got it from Nurse Naya. Nurse Naya, the black woman that be over there in Blaze's motherfucking live supporting the fuck out of Blaze, is the one who sent the Jewish people, the crackers. Matter of fact, no, I'm lying. The crackers gave her the video and she sent the video to Gadon. Because the other little girl, the black blurred whatever girl, she's the one who screen recorded the video. She sent it over there to Misfit Patriot. And then Misfit Patriot and them sent it back to Nurse Naya. Nurse Naya then sent it to Gedon. And Gedon got in motherfucking Chewbacca's live and said, we know that this black woman has been set up, but we will not give her a public apology. And then Chewbacca got on her live and screenshotted it and told y'all need to stop attacking this black woman because that's not what the fuck she said. But these white people won't get up here and make it known that this woman was set up. So she screenshotted it and she showed y'all where this white fucking couple admitted that they got a chopped and screwed video and ran with it any fucking way. and that they didn't feel like they owed me a public apology because apologizing in her comment section was enough. In her comment section, not mine, in her comment section. And from then on, me and Chewbacca was cool. I gave Chewbacca my number. Me and Chewbacca talked many a times on the phone. I started planning my daughter's birthday party. Chewbacca said, hey, we're not that far away from each other. I would love to meet you and your daughter. I'm going to come to her birthday party. What is she like? And I told her, come on, because it's just her, a single black woman, my whole family here. If it's bullshit, we know how to handle that. But come on. She never showed. I didn't never talk to Chewbacca again. The next time I seen Chewbacca, Chewbacca was up in motherfucking live with Patrick and them talking shit. I'm glad she didn't make it either. I didn't hold it against her. I really didn't. But I didn't know at that time what was really going on. This heifer was already plotting to go against me again. For what? What did I do to you? Nothing. And so to come over here once again and play like we're cool. She did that before when she tried to come back around in Blazee's live and was like, I don't know. I thought we were cool. How? Probably, Naya, but again, like I told people, you're not gonna find a gotcha moment with me. Because with me, I don't live differently on this app than I do off this app. Anybody that knows me in real life, anybody that's had a conversation with me outside of this app, it's not long before it's like you're listening to me right on a fucking live. Because no matter what I talk about, it always leads back. I don't care what the fuck we're talking about. I don't give a fuck who I'm talking to. It always leads back to burn this shit down. We could be talking about cake and ice cream, and I'm telling you how I can fucking tell you how that motherfucking shit is racist, and we need to burn it down. Right? Because vanilla ice cream was illegal to black folks at one point. In Alabama, you couldn't even walk around with an ice cream cone in your back pocket. You could go to jail for that. So everything in this country leads back to racism, thus leads me right back to burn it down. So I don't give a fuck who I'm talking to, where we're talking. What you're not going to find a gotcha moment with me. The most you can do is maybe find something that contradicts what I say today from 2, 3, 4 fucking years ago. But like I've been telling y'all, this is an everyday process for me, okay? I didn't just wake up and say I'm woke and I'm healed and now I'm the best version of myself. No, I get up every day and thrive to be the best version of myself. I get up every day and check the oppressor within. So you might find some shit that contradicts. I'm not finna run away from that. I am not fixing to run away from that. Do y'all remember when Cap and them went over there and found me talking about white women? The white women in the Bill Cosby trial? And I was talking about how some of these women are lying about SA. And they was like, oh, I thought she was for all the victims. But first of all, I'll let y'all know, I'm not unaware of the history of white women. So it is harder for me to believe white women, right? It is harder for me to believe white women were assaulted than it is for me to believe that black women were assaulted. Now, that's not to say that white women are not assaulted, but white women absolutely have a history of lying, especially on black men. So when the whole Bill Cosby thing came out and those women admitted that they took the drugs, I was like, oh yeah, them women, fuck them. Fuck them. Ain't none of my fucking business. Okay? But as I've grown over the years, even though it's still fuck them, I can understand that multiple things can be true at once, right? They did willingly go into these circumstances with Bill Cosby, but at what expense, right? Because Bill Cosby is this big Hollywood dude. These might be women just trying to build their careers, and we slut shame a lot as if that's not how they created this motherfucking system. You don't think men purposely created a system where women would have to bend over and give their bodies up in order to fucking be successful? Mind you, these are the same women the same men that left you with no career path of your own, but then got mad when you started selling your body. So then he wanted to regulate it. So you don't think that he had in mind that if you want to get in my movie, you're gonna have to drop your draws? And you don't think that became normal to them? Because in order to be successful at this game, you got to beat them at their own motherfucking game. So here's Bill Cosby, a black man that don't got the power that the white man does. But he's in that position. All right? He's in that position and he ain't doing nothing no different than the white men are doing in Hollywood. Okay? You want to be in my movie, you're going to have to do something for it. You want me to put in a good word for you, you're going to have to do something for it. Like I said, it was so normal that we had movies about casting couches before we had those type of movies before Bill Cosby was famous. Okay? We had the movies where the secretary was the side chick way before black folks really became famous in Hollywood. So we already knew what white men were doing. Right? So at first I was like, yeah, fuck them bitches. They got themselves into that. But then I thought about it. Like, I actually seen women in the military be sexually exploited for their rank. You want to get rank? You're going to have to get on your knees. Y'all would be surprised how much that happens in the fucking military. The military, the people that are supposed to be protecting your rights, you know, these people that especially white folks, right? White folks love the goddamn troops. They love the fucking troops. They love the fucking troops. But do you know how many of them are fucking military men put our daughters on their knees in order for them to get rank in the fucking military? Hey, sis. Yeah, that's my real sis. My sister-in-law, but that's hubby's twin's wife right there. Y'all be getting my husband and her husband mixed up when y'all be seeing them on social media. But yeah, like there are a bunch of women that have been exploited because that's exactly my real sis. But that's again, it just goes back to how y'all are sitting up here faking about wanting the Epstein files. For what? What do you want the Epstein files for? Because y'all will literally sit here and watch people get victimized in real life and won't stand up for them. But you want the Epstein files for what?
Because they some freaks. They just want to see.
Exactly.
That's what they want them for. They just want to see.
They just want to see. And that's always been weird to me. Like how people remember
they already know, that it's real.
They couldn't wait to get their hands on the most vile fucking shit so they could play it over and over again in their motherfucking lives. Y'all remember that era of Messy Talk? Where people would get the most vile fucking information on somebody or the most vile fucking footage of somebody and play it over and 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 over again and tell you that it's for awareness, but it's really for fucking entertainment. And folks really sat in there being traumatized over and over again. Domestic violence, sexual assault, they didn't fucking care. Child abuse. Nobody cared. I guess they thought because they blurred out the fucking child's face a little bit.
It's very disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I stopped going into people's lives at one point because, like, what the fuck you show? What is this for? What I mean, why are you showing this? You know, it was just getting
But
it was
but
getting ridiculous.
but I was saying it back then. I was telling y'all why it was happening back then. Entertainment. Entertainment. Because I was convinced when I came back from California on that last motherfucking trip to TikTok. Okay? I was convinced that all of this shit was a fucking act. And everybody on this app was fucking involved. And I told y'all back then how I think it happened, right? COVID. Everybody was on lockdown. Everybody was locked up. Hollywood wasn't making no money for real. Hollywood was not making no money for real. But what can you do? When you can't film, right? And then a lot of these sets were either being forced to do COVID tests or they were being forced to give out COVID vaccines, right? So even if you were lucky enough to book during COVID, if you were not pro-vaccine, it wasn't no point in you even showing up to that, because a lot of times they were making you either take tests or they were making you take the fucking vaccine. So a lot of people were just at home during COVID.
I was
Wasn't nothing moving.
because
Huh?
I didn't take
I didn't either.
I didn't
I
take
didn't either.
that.
But my
They
point
let
is
me.
how much the world shut down,
It
right?
wasn't.
So Hollywood wasn't making no money.
Mm-hmm.
So Hollywood looked at TikTok like, this is where everybody is. This is where everybody is. Because mind y'all, my business partner is the one who got me on TikTok. Because I would have, what? My business partner was like, look, this will help our
You had
business.
me on TikTok.
This will help our business. We go on here, we got a whole dance team. We can go on here, we can start doing dance routines, we can do this, do that, we can build our platform, right? I'm like, okay, fuck it. Yeah, we can build we can build our business.
Did cat.
Huh? Hey.
I got my girl City Cat.
You didn't take nothing. So what that? Oh yeah, vaccine. But
Yeah, then next thing you know,
y'all, my point is, because I'm getting away from the point. My point is, nobody was doing nothing. So Hollywood jumped on TikTok immediately. And they started recruiting. Didn't I tell y'all was gonna start seeing a lot more TikTok people on TV? Are you not?
yeah, because remember, it wasn't that many celebrities on TikTok. Now, all the
And
celebrities,
remember when the
all
celebrities
of them,
started coming on here? I told y'all then.
rappers, everybody.
What did I tell y'all when I said when y'all start seeing these celebrities come on, these celebrities is finna start hosting these lives, collecting these motherfucking gifts. What did they do? What did they do?
They get a lot of that.
But I'm saying, did they not do
Go
what I
live and get
said
all
they
that
were
money.
going to do?
All
They
of
were
it.
going to come over here
Absolutely.
and start hosting lives and start like I told y'all, Brandon and damn Anthony, I know them people in real fucking life. Them are grifters. Waka Flocka's mom is a motherfucking grifter. They've been grifting for fucking years. That bitch got me.
Yeah, they be balanced.
That bitch went around and robbed the fuck out of hip hop, independent hip hop artists all over America. I can't be the only one with a B100 American story. She tricked us into motherfucking thinking we was finna do a goddamn reality show for VH1. That bitch went around and collected $100 from everybody she auditioned. Everybody. You couldn't even audition without the $100 fucking fee.
No,
You know how many people were there the day I auditioned?
you just
And now, what?
uh,
You gotta give a galaxy. You
it's
gotta
real.
give a galaxy to even get in the box to sing. But I told y'all this shit was gonna happen. The reason people didn't listen to me is because I didn't have no fucking proof. I posted that picture on purpose, bitch, because I'm pretty sure you know who the fuck you. First of all, you know who the fuck I am. You know who the fuck I am. Okay. But secondly, this whole time, little did I know that Ray the Fixer was her fucking niece. So, Ray, did you know who I was? Did you know who I was? Is
Absolutely.
that why you didn't like me from jump?
Yeah,
I
let me answer her question.
didn't just start talking about Deb robbing us. I've been talking about it since she did it, right? Since before there was a fucking TikTok. I held a whole fucking live on Facebook and told y'all how Deb fucking robbed the fuck out of us. But go ahead, Tanya.
Yeah, he danced and sang on his live. He was host of the kitty show. So yeah, he got on there, he sang, he danced. Now
Right.
she asked me to tell my grandson dance on his live. Yeah, he did.
And y'all don't remember when Brandon had his dumb ass on the fucking reality show lying to people about going to school to be an EMS firefighter? Y'all don't remember when Deb and
Yeah.
Walker cussed his ass
They
the
be
fuck out?
telling him.
They got on there and cussed his ass the fuck out because they found out that all that time he had been lying. This is years. He done been lying about going to fucking school. They supposed to be paying his school tuition and paying for his goddamn uniforms and all that shit. Come to find out, that motherfucker was just partying with that money because he never even fucking went to school. He never went to school. But we're so pressed as we think because if you have more popularity, if you got more money in your pocket, you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just lie and grip the fuck out of people. And y'all sit up in their fucking boxes because I done came across it. That's why as soon as I seen you in there, Tanya, I was like, hey now, I know you're not a stupid woman. I know you're gonna protect Tay. But let me tell you, them people ain't it. Them people are not it. They talk a good game. They'll sit there and make you think they got you. They support you and all that shit. And they ain't doing nothing but robbing the fuck out of you. Robbing the fucking fuck out of you.
But see, they don't know it.
Huh?
They don't know independent artists is already in my. They don't know. See, he can sing for you. He can do all of that shit for you. But independent artist, he is. He would never sign a piece of paper.
Right.
Never with nobody.
But that's the thing,
But
though.
himself.
That's also the thing
You
about
know.
being
You know my plan for him.
that's another thing about being an independent artist, right? You have to be able to push yourself, use your own money to broaden your
Exactly.
career. Okay, you're not gonna be able because once you start trying to book mainstream opportunities, you're gonna have to get intertwined with mainstream people. And either you're going to fall in line with their game or you're not, which is why most independent artists do not make it nowhere for real. Because we as a society do not support them.
Well, you know
We
what?
don't. We don't because we're trained to support who's more popular.
It's your art.
Huh?
He will have his own label. I'm training him to have his
I
own
mean,
label. I
I
don't
get
want him
that.
to
I get
depend on
that.
the
All I'm
industry
saying,
to do none of that.
exactly.
None of
All I'm
that.
saying is if he's going to stay independent, he has to realize he's never going to reach the level of any of these other people in this industry. It's not going to happen. They're not going to allow it.
We don't want him. We don't want him in that crowd. He's not
Right.
going to that crowd. We know
But
about that crowd, and that's the thing
at
about
some point,
him.
what y'all
What's
want,
different?
at some point though, Tanya, what y'all want ain't gonna matter because it's gonna be his life. All I'm
It
saying
will
is
if
just
you.
keep going how you're going.
It will
Stay
if you.
independent, huh?
Now,
I didn't hear you.
I say he'll learn because you have to teach. You know, he will
Yeah, and
learn
that's the
because you
thing.
got
You
to
can
teach a
teach.
kid what's in there. You got to tell them the ugly.
Exactly. That's what you have to do. That's the only thing you can do. But what I'm saying is just keep it in your mind
Yeah,
and make sure that he understands
yeah, and
because
his,
that is something that is missing.
and his.
This is what Michael and Prince wanted black artists to do. Stay independent. Stay independent. But that jingle of money, that jingle of the bag, it does get to people sometimes. Case in point, the nigga we talking about today, Blaze. Because that bag ain't always got to be money. That bag could be popularity. That bag could be fame. And this is why independent artists do not make it to that pedestal that they should, because most independent artists are the better artist. They're the actual artist. These motherfuckers that's in that system, a lot of them are not real artists. A lot of them are singing songs that were written for them. A lot of them are dancing dances that were choreographed for them. They're not artists themselves. Okay, that's like you training your computer to do something for you. That's like you turning on your fucking alarm clock to wake you up in the morning. It itself has no actual talent or no actual ability to do anything that you don't program it to do. So if you're not writing for that person, if you're not coming up with choreography for that person is not an artist. Okay, they're just a broadcaster. Okay, they receive.
That's why the movie.
They broadcast it for the actual fucking artist.
Yeah, and that's why him little man learning to be himself, and you develop yourself before anybody else develop you. That's why I'm not so quick to put him in this training and that training and that training. I want you to learn and develop yourself who you are.
Right.
You know, we'll be something great. His mother is an artist. His mother, she just don't have the passion for it. Songwriter, she do it all, but that baby just, he just want to entertain.
Right. And sometimes that is the artistry of a person, right? To be the entertainer, right? A lot of people are great entertainers. Doesn't necessarily mean they are great artists themselves. Like, I would say, like, people like Beyonce. To me, she's not the greatest artist, but she is one of the greatest entertainers. She is absolutely one of the greatest entertainers.
Yeah. Put on a show.
But to me, what she lacks, as far as people that, especially like people that try to compare her to Michael Jackson, she lacks the talent that Michael Jackson had. Not that she lacks talent at all, because she is a damn good entertainer. But I don't think she is the type of artist that Michael Jackson was. There you go. There you go. Her sister is an artist. Her sister is an artist through and through. Her sister is not an entertainer. That is the difference between real artists and entertainers, right? True artists, and that's not to say that an entertainer can't be an artist, but there's a difference. Artists don't do it for the entertainment. It's like, I was talking to my husband. We were talking about Andre 3000's album, right? Y'all remember the last album that Andre 3000 came out with?
With the plants and the flowers?
And he was like, I can kind of understand why people were kind of mad about that album. And I told him, I don't get it. I don't get it. Whether you like the album or not, I don't understand the hatred that you had toward this artist that you claim is one of your favorite artists, right? And this is what inspired me, because it was a lot of people that claimed to be Andre 3000 fans. Then why can you not appreciate what the artist chose to give you? Why does it always have to be what you want as the fan? Does that make sense to y'all? Why is it about what the fan wants? Why can't you appreciate what he as the artist felt to create? There you go, Portia. It's control. You want to control him. You want to tell him what he can be an artist about. Right? Just like how I could not get down with the people telling me what they wanted me to paint. My brain don't work like that. I can't even paint what I want to paint. Do y'all get that? As an artist, I can't even paint what I want to paint. I paint what the fuck comes out. I draw what the fuck comes out. If it's ugly, it's motherfucking ugly. If it's pretty, it's motherfucking pretty. But I can't tell myself what to fucking paint. So why not appreciate, even if you didn't like the album, right? Even if you came to your to the conclusion that you don't like Andre 3000's album, why get on here and tell the whole world that it sucks and this ain't who he is and da 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 da? Why does it need all of that? Why can't you just appreciate that he gave you what he felt? Huh? Why can't you just appreciate what that artist gave you? And it's because we've been taught to try to control one another. Which is why people like Michael Jackson had a hard time in this industry. People like Kurt Cobain had a hard time in this motherfucking industry. People like Prince had a hard time in this motherfucking industry. And you can see people today that are having a hard time. And I'm gonna tell you something. The motherfuckers that they couldn't control are the motherfuckers that are dead. Do y'all hear what the fuck I'm saying? White or black. The motherfuckers that they could not control are the ones that died early. You think all of these people died at 27? Just think about how many celebrities you know died at motherfucking 27. 27, the age where your brain is supposed to be, right? Absolutely mature at this point. So who you are is who you're going to be at 25, right? That's what they say. That's what they say in the science books. That by 25, your brain is developed into what the fuck it is going to be. So the rest of your life is based off of basically what you got up here at 25. How many celebrities you know died at 27?
Jimmy
I can
Hendrix?
tell you that it's so many that there's a fucking club called the 27 Club.
Yep.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, Kurt Cobain is one of those 27 club. If I'm not mistaken, Brittany Murphy is one of those 27 club. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It is a lot
Jimmy
of them.
Hendrix?
A lot of these motherfucking celebrity siblings. White
Janis
and black. It's
Joplin?
not just a fucking black thing. It's not just black people out here motherfucking sacrificing their family members. Look at how many white celebrities, and I'm talking about these superstars. Look at how many white celebrities lost a very close family member right before their fucking careers took the fuck off.
The sacrifice.
Yeah. That's exactly why I said fuck this shit. That's exactly why I tried to tell Crystal Crave it ain't no motherfucking doing both. You cannot be an activist, a revolutionary at that. You cannot be a revolutionary and perpetuate this fucking system in any form or fashion. None whatsoever. And then I think it was you I was talking to about this, City Cat. Like when I was talking about how I never thought about it before until I heard I had watched that little clip of Clifton Powell when he was talking about how he would never do another scene where he
Right.
had to rape a woman or where he had to mistreat a woman. He said because that scene took a lot out of him mentally. And I thought to myself, how many of these method actors do you think are absolutely fucking psycho? Tavia, I'm sorry. Did you mean to come up? You can do it again if you need to. But do you know what type of trauma these people have to go through in order to play these roles? Do you know how traumatic some of these roles are? Like I was watching, I think it was 28, what is it, 28 Years Later, the newest one. And there was a scene where the man is like making his son look at the zombie that's hanging in the thing, and it's all ate up. The birds that ate him up, and his body is all ripped up. And I'm just sitting here like, I wonder if a kid really understands that what they're looking at is not real. Because mind you, special effects, you know how real special effects looks? Okay, Tavia. Hey, Sweet C. Do you know how real special effects be looking? How real you think that shit look in real life? Y'all should know. I mean, or maybe it's just me. I just end up watching some of every fucking thing. So I done seen them fucking reality game shows where they got people on there competing, doing special effects makeup. Y'all ever seen any of those shows?
Yep.
Yeah. It looks pretty fucking real. There's a girl on here on TikTok that in the beginning, when y'all first came across her page, y'all just thought this bitch had a fucking ear on her neck. Y'all really believed that girl
Yep.
had an ear on her fucking neck.
Yep.
Face off, absolutely. And y'all know the woman that hosts the show, which is also Charity from motherfucking Passions. If anybody used to watch that goddamn show back in the day, her father is one of the biggest motherfucking special effects makeup artists of all time. What's his name? Something Westmore. No, wait, no. Vivian Westmore is the woman. No, wait, what is his name? No, it might be West. I don't know what the fuck her name is. I can't remember her name right now. But her daddy is one of the fucking most successful fucking special effects artists in Hollywood. Old girl from Passion's daddy in real life. Her, just her real daddy. And so that shit be looking real as fuck. Why are children acting in the first place? Does that not affect their emotional growth, their mental growth? I mean, I'm not saying that it absolutely does, but is this not something that we should think about? Yes, no? Because we'll sit here and tell parents that they should not prank children, but then we won't speak a word about children being used in rape scenes in movies. Mind y'all, we sat here and watched Kirsten Dunst kiss a grown-ass man, and she was 5. Do y'all remember? Y'all know what movie I'm talking about? Anybody know what movie I'm talking about? We sat there and watched Kirsten Dunst kiss a grown ass. Was it Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise? Which one was it? Nobody know what movie I'm talking about? Whew. That little girl in Pretty Little Liars did a whole sex scene. She was 12 years old. She did a whole sex scene with a 34, 35-year-old man. She was 12. She was 12 when they filmed that scene. And this was in the 2010s. When did Pretty Little Liars come out? And the movie that Kirsten Dunst kissed, I think it's Brad Pitt. I want to say it's either Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise. Interview with the Vamp. There you go, Sweet C. That girl was 5 years old kissing a grown ass man. Yep. They made Pretty Little Liars. The main character of Pretty Little Liars was 12 years old. That man was 38. In the very first episode, they had a wild sex scene. She was 12. I see people, Courtney Stodden is coming out telling her story about being married to Doug Hutchinson. She was on the Tamron Hall show a couple of days ago. And I see people in that comment section still blaming that girl. That girl was 16 years old. Her mama signed for her to marry somebody that she herself was in love with. And let Courtney tell it. Her mama was also in love with her little 17-year-old crush. So her mama pushed her to date the little boy in order to get the little boy over there so that she could get her hands on him. I think that's why you see such a difference in between black child stars and white child stars. A lot of these black parents you're not finna play that shit with my kid. So a lot of those black kids were not as affected by the industry as a lot of these white kids were, especially behind the scenes, right? But then when you think about a lot of the roles that our black kids have had in black movies, where black kids have had to play slaves, they've had to watch and be a part of scenes where black people were hanged and black people were raped and again, it's one thing to protect them off the set, right? It's one thing to protect them after the director calls cut, but what about those scenes that they actually have to participate in? Like, think about the kids that were on the set of Color Purple. Think about the kids that were on the set of 12 Years a Slave. Think about any of the kids that might have been on the set during like Fruitville Station or any of these movies, because a lot of black movies are very traumatizing. Any of these kids on the sets of these TV shows like Chicago or Snowfall because a lot of the stories that they tell about black people, especially if Hollywood is going to put any real effort into it, oh, it's going to be a slave movie or a fucking drug movie. Okay, because they don't put no effort really into rom-coms for black people. They don't put no effort really into science fiction for black people. They put the real effort into the goddamn slave movies and the motherfucking drug movies. Okay? And if that's not the story and the black man is the star, then everybody else in the movie is white. This is a black man that lives in a white world. Okay? And this is why y'all have this misperception that white people outnumber us, because that's all y'all see on TV. Anytime a movie is somewhat conservative and there is a black person in the role, their world is going to be surrounded by white people. And they're always, it ain't even, oh Lord, in the black movies, it's not even the white savior. In most of the black movies where the storyline has any type of depth to it and they put some effort into it, and it's not a slave movie and it's not a drug movie, it's a movie where a black person is saving a white person. It is a movie where a black person is saving a white person. Okay? And that's essentially what Black Panther was. Black Panther was black folks coming to save white folks. Right? And then white folks got a sniffle what the fuck was in Wakanda. As they always do. They want to colonize now. Because we finna fucking leave Wakanda to go and help these crackers with some shit they fucking created. I ain't gonna lie though. I'll never forget that set. That was the best set I have ever. I mean, all the things that I did that were predominantly black were good feeling. Like it felt good to be around all of those black people. Cause I did All Eyes on Me. I did Black Panther. My sons did Black Panther, but my other son did the movie with Taraji P, Best of Enemies. So again, this is another set where it's a lot of black people on this set. But Black Panther was a totally different feeling. It was a totally different feeling. And I think most of that came from the fact that as black people, we were ready to see, I guess, a superhero that we could somewhat relate to. Because even though a lot of us like Blade is not a superhero. So I don't think we really equated Blade as something for us to look at and see ourselves in. But when Black Panther came out, I think it really gave black people some type of, oomph. Like, yeah, nigga, that's who the fuck we are. But again, black folks gotta go save crackers in the goddamn movie for the movie to be considered a mainstream fucking movie. Like, what do I think about Jordan Peele? I would say this. People know that I love me some motherfucking Queen Latifah. I love me some motherfucking Michael Jackson. And I would say Aaliyah is probably the only other celebrity that I feel like I have had some type of otherworldly type connection with, though I've never met them. But I say that to say this. I don't put nothing past nobody in Hollywood. I don't put nothing past nobody at the VA. I don't put nothing past nobody at the hospital, because I know that this system is a trickle down, right? And it's on a need to know basis. So the further you are down the system, the less you know. When it gets to us, we don't know shit for real. But them people that are perpetuating this system, they know levels of the fuckery that they have to, indulge in order for them to keep their jobs, keep their success, keep their popularity, keep their practices, keep their licenses. So everybody getting fucked is what I'm saying. Everybody's getting fucked for some price. So though I like a lot of Jordan Peele's art, I also don't put it past Jordan Peele to be because what I do know is that these white folks are never going to let any black artist put out something. They're not going to purposely allow any black artist to give black people any type of true liberation. It's always going to be a pander. That's the name of the game. So though Jordan Peele can give us some great art, and he can give us some great think pieces, and he can give us some great content that may even wake us up a little bit, they're never going to purposely put anybody in our faces or any type of material in our faces that is just going to click and we're going to fucking wake up and we're going to do the right thing and burn this motherfucker down. That ain't going to happen. And I think sometimes that's what we're fucking waiting on. We're waiting on that magical moment when it's not going to come from anywhere but within. We keep looking for these outside alerts, right? We acting like these folks in the rapture, like somebody is going to give us the date and time when we supposed to fucking show up. That's not going to happen. It's going to come from within. That unity is going to come from within. The problem is that we have to wake up first. Because if you don't wake up, you cannot receive the vibe. You can't receive that vibration. So until you wake up and you start checking the oppressor within, we are never going to come together, because we all need to be awake for the fucking, to receive the fucking message. And we're not. We're absolutely fucking not. We talk a good game. Again, like, that's how this shit works on this app. I keep saying it. Watch. Because I know we think, okay, this is social media. It's not that. I saw a video not too long ago where somebody was like, the notion of it's not that deep. But it is, though. And I understand that that's why people do not stick around me long, because where I'm trying to figure out how to end this system, other people are trying to figure out how to live within it peacefully. And what they don't understand is there is no such thing, because you are going to have to compromise to live within a system that is not natural to your being. Like, I don't know why we don't get that part. You will never have peace within a system that is meant to disturb you. I don't give a fuck how much you tell yourself you're going to ignore it. That's not how that works. You can ignore it, but you cannot. It's there. It is there. To ignore doesn't mean that you're unaware. To ignore is the absolute opposite to me. Because in order to be ignorant, then you have to know that you're purposely avoiding acknowledging something. Like, there's no way you can sit here and tell yourself that you're okay living in this type of society. And like, how do I put this? I think it just goes back to what I've been saying. We're in 2025. There's no reason we don't know what the fuck is going on. There's no reason for us not to know that this system is fucked up. We choose to ignore it so that we don't have to fix it. It's like I said about the Diddy parties. There is no way you knew what time not to go and claim that you don't know what the fuck was going on. I hope that makes more, because that's what I'm trying to say here. We cannot sit here and claim that we don't know what the fuck is going on when we see it happening every fucking day. It's time for us to either put our fucking big drawers on and say, I don't care. Okay? Because I can live absolutely great in chaos. Because so long as it doesn't touch me personally, I don't give a fuck. Right? I don't give a fuck. So long as it doesn't touch me personally, I can live in all the chaos I want to because I can ignore it. I can ignore it. I don't have to fucking acknowledge it. I don't have to fucking acknowledge it because it's not happening to me. So I'm gonna sit here and act stupid. Like I don't see it, I'm gonna act blind. Like I'm just dumb and mute. And I just don't know what the fuck is going on. When you know exactly what the fuck is going on. Hey sis, there go my real sister, y'all. My real sister. That's my baby sister. But you know exactly what the fuck is going on. You just don't care because it's not happening to you. So it's like, to be ignorant, to me, I no longer look at it as you not knowing something. Is you know it and you're absolutely doing whatever you can to ignore it so that you don't have to fix it. And that's the world that we live in. A lot of people, although they might not harm you, they're damn sure not going to protect you when they see you getting harmed. Okay? They might not beat your ass, but they're not going to try to stop it if somebody else whoops your ass. Okay? They may not assault you sexually, domestically, whatever, but they're not going to protect you if they see somebody else do it. They're going to ignore it and act like they don't know what happened. And sit there and play in your face too, like they didn't see it. Like they had no idea. This is why you had so many people come into the boxes all the time like, oh no, I don't know nothing about that. I never seen that. I never heard that. How many times do people get up here in my motherfucking box and try to play in my face with that one, y'all?
All the time.
All the fucking time. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. It's just like the white racists, right? When you ask them about what Charlie Kirk said when he was alive, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Well, what about when Donald Trump said this? I didn't see that. I did not see that. Well, can you show me where he said it? Here you go. This is where he said it. Well, I don't know if that's what he meant. But that's what he said. But I didn't see it. I didn't see it when it happened. So I don't know if I could believe it or not. Everybody play motherfucking stupid when they don't want to take accountability for their part in the fucking bullshit. So if you sit back and you say you didn't see it, then you don't have to admit that you sat there and watched it go on and you did nothing about it. That's like your neighbor sitting out in her fucking window and watching out her window while your house burned down and don't fucking call the police. Don't say nothing to you. Nothing. Well, did you try to put the fire out? And it wasn't none of my business. So much not your business that you sit here and watch the whole motherfucking thing now. Something that ain't your business. You sat here and watched the whole motherfucking thing go down. And not now time did you lend just a helping voice to say, hey, that bitch is on fire. Help. This is on fire here. This is how y'all do on this app. Y'all think because y'all are innocent motherfucking bystanders. Ironically, what's that name? I don't even have nothing against nosy bystander. But isn't that an ironic name? Because that's what y'all are, nosy fucking bystanders. At least she admits she don't give a fuck about nothing. She's just there to fucking tell people's fucking business. She don't give a fuck to have a stance on anything. I'm just telling people's motherfucking business. But this is how we all are. This is how we all are. All we do is collect motherfucking tea. We collect tea to go and get motherfucking clicks, likes, and views online. We collect tea to be the motherfucking center of attention at the goddamn party on the weekends. We collect tea to be the motherfucking, the go-to at motherfucking, that everybody want to go to and gossip to at work. Okay? We don't try to do the right thing and de-escalate some of these situations or try to help people out in these situations. Nope, it's exploit. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to act like I didn't see a goddamn thing, but I can't wait to tell the first motherfucker I see. And when they ask, well, did you do anything to help? Nah, that ain't none of my business. If it ain't your business, why is you telling me about it? Y'all see how dumb we are as a fucking society? And I'm guilty of this too. I'll go tell somebody motherfucking business, which I'm not a big gossiper. I never have been because that's not my thing. But I have done that. Go tell somebody business and be like, but it ain't none of my business though. Then what the fuck am I telling this part? Like, why am I telling you this if it's not my business? Like, what sense does that really make? You can go tell somebody else's business, but then turn around and say it's none of your business. So why are you telling it? But we've made a whole career off doing that right here on TikTok, telling folks business. We don't give a fuck if we got the details right or wrong. Long as we got people in our lives to eat that motherfucking shit up. And again, you have your nosy bystanders that'll sit here and listen to a lie. Just like this. What? Oh my. Girl, I heard they was over here talking about this and that. But I knew it wasn't true, but I ain't really say nothing because it was just the tea was so good. So you sat there and let folks lie on folks because you didn't want to interrupt the fun. Because you didn't want to cause no commotion. Because you didn't want to make somebody mad. You sat up here and you watched somebody else lie like fuck on somebody and didn't say a word because it's not happening to you. You're just a nosy bystander. I'm going to stop saying that because I don't want nobody to think I'm talking about nosy bystander. But it's a good name because that's exactly what we are as a fucking society. Just a bunch of fucking nosy bystanders. We just sit around and collect the details of other people's lives and make that shit our fucking entertainment. And then when our life is fucked up, we sitting back looking around like, why don't nobody care? Bitch, who did you care about when you was out collecting your tea on other folks' business? As a society, that's how slow we are. Like, we'll sit here and expect we'll sit here and expect for a society to have empathy on us, knowing that we sat there and participated in not having empathy on somebody else. Why? because it's not you at that moment. So it's easy to just drop in with the motherfucking crowd, with the popular folks. We can make fun of this person. We can exploit this person's trauma, exploit this person's situation. And I don't care. Because it ain't my business. While sitting up here making coins off the very business that ain't yours. That's backward, y'all. That's backward as fuck.
Yes.
I done seen all y'all white folks come in here today and try it, but I was specifically speaking to black folks today, so I didn't have nothing to say to y'all. Hey, just me. Because once again, black folks just be minding their own fucking business, and here come you crackers. But I blame these coons on this app for giving y'all the power to do such a thing. Because these black folks enabled y'all. These coon ass motherfuckers on this goddamn app enabled y'all to come on. Like, he's like, gave y'all the ammo. And now y'all think y'all can jump in any black person's live and say any fucking thing you want to say. Ain't it crazy how easily they could get a hold of black folks' information? I didn't see too many white folks on there over there on Messy Talk getting doxxed though. When there was a whole lot of white folks creating a whole lot of havoc. And maybe I missed some shit, but I didn't see a whole lot of white folks getting doxxed. I saw a whole lot of black folks getting doxxed though. Left and right. All at the command of these paid and sold coons. I'm willing to bet that damn near all the fucking large creators, black creators on this app are secret MAGA. Black capitalism is still white supremacy, y'all. Black capitalism is still white supremacy. And a lot of these black creators on this app that you think are pro-black are not that when they get off of this app. And it's crazy because a lot of the ones that are pretending to be coons are not actually coons either. Ain't that crazy, y'all? I mean, I guess essentially you can still call them coons because ain't no way in the fuck, ain't no amount of money can get me to get on here and fucking sell out my folks. But a lot of them are only doing it for the money. That's not really what's in their heart. But that's the society that we've created. People are desperate to survive in this motherfucker. So they'll sell out whoever the fuck they need to. But that was the point in the first place, right? That's why you had the house nigga and the field nigga. What the fuck do you think that dynamic was created for? I made a video not too long ago, and TikTok tried to fucking take it down and bullshit with me. But like I said, the elite are the master, the motherfucking, the goddamn, the 92% of us, we're the fucking slaves. And the government is the house, well, they're slaves too, but they're the house niggas, we're the field niggas. The elite are the masters. Okay, whether you knew it or not, the masses was fighting back then too. Because again, white men are greedy, right? And white men didn't even want other white men to be as rich as this white man. I want to be the richest white man. I want to be the white man with the most slaves. So white men indeed killed other white men in order to gain their fucking properties and their fucking powers too. So we're still living in slavery. Hey, Ozzy, we're still living in fucking slavery. Hey, just me. Still living in slavery. But the government is the house niggas. And the rest of us are the fucking field niggas. And I see a lot of talk. I see a lot of split down the middle is about Kamala Harris, right? It's a lot of people saying kind of fuck Kamala Harris. It's a lot of people saying, how could you get on here if you're, left leaning or a liberal and say fuck Kamala Harris? Well, I've been telling y'all from the beginning, fuck the Democrats and fuck the fucking Republicans. And I'm not finna sit here and handpick which Democrats and which Republicans. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. Fuck the whole entire fucking government. Because at the end of the day, baby, they're all playing for the same team. And we're not the team they're playing for. We are the opposing team. They are the defense for the elite. Not us. Okay? So at the end of the day, I choose not to say certain things because I don't want to bring any type of detriment to the Black community, especially not for the entertainment of white people. So you won't see me get on here and dog out Kamala Harris. I will not do that, but I will tell you, I told you a long time ago, and again, I have to give my niece this credit. Because back in 2021, my niece first brought me this argument. 2020, actually. In 2020, my niece brought me this argument that voting is fucking redundant. And I was like, well, maybe not yet. Like, maybe we still need to just, make sure that we get our votes in regardless. But now I am full blown on that train with my motherfucking niece. Fuck voting. Burn it down. And I don't know how long it's going to really take us for that message to fucking click. But that's where we are. We have to burn it down. Nothing about this system is natural. Again, I ask you, why would the earth create a system that is not natural to its being? So we got to know that this system is man-made. And if it's man-made, who the fuck does it benefit? Man. And we all know that we're not the only animals on this motherfucking planet. So if we're creating things that only benefit man, then that means we're leaving out other beings. And when we get even deeper and we understand that this system only benefits one group of beings, right? The system only benefits one group of beings, one very small group of beings. Then we got to know that nothing about this fucking system is natural. This is not how the fuck we're supposed to be living. Period. But again, that message ain't gonna. It's not like it's gonna be a rapture and the skies are gonna open up and now is the time for you to wake up. That's not gonna happen. That battle is internal. You have to wake up on your own. Okay? You have to wake up on your own. Because even if your alarm clock goes off to assist you in waking up, if you do not get the fuck up, that alarm clock is redundant. You still have to put in the work to get up. And not go back to sleep. And with this, once you wake up, it ain't no going back to sleep. So unless you fully wake up, you're not going to see what you really need to see. And that's how I know most of us are not actually awake. If you were awake, man, I'm telling you, I am telling you, I know for a fact, if you were actually awake, life would not be this fun for you. I don't give a fuck what you tell yourselves. You would be having a battle with this shit every day. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick, and then I gotta get off of here so I can go get ready to go get torn. But I told y'all the other day that I was joining my daughter's um PTO or whatever, but I was wrong. It's called SIT. It's School Improvement Team. So we are a board that comes together that kind of, throws out ideas on what we can do to improve the school and improve the student engagement and improve the student attendance, improve the education, right? So this is where we discuss budgets and all of that stuff. And I went to the first meeting yesterday. I'm gonna be careful how I say this because I don't know who the fuck knows me on this app. But I'm gonna say this. There was a question about what we could do to, like, what suggestions for field trips, right? What kind of field trips could we take the children on? And I listened for a minute because I'm not the teacher, so I'm listening to what the teachers have to say about the field trips. And there was a field trip that they took last year. My daughter went on this field trip, and the place that they went, a lot of the teachers felt like it was redundant, I guess, because they didn't learn anything. The teachers stated that they didn't learn anything from the field trip. The children didn't learn anything from the field trip. It was just kind of a waste of time. So they didn't want to go back on this field trip. And the principal and the assistant principal were like, well, what type of ideas do y'all have? And somebody mentioned going on a college tour. So I leaned over and I asked the principal, I said, is it safe to say that this is a predominantly Black school? And she said, yes. And I said, well, I raised my hand to put in my suggestion. And I was like, I think that we should implement an HBCU on the college tours, right? You want to do college tours? Let's implement HBCUs in that, being that this is a predominantly Black school. And I'm telling them, coming from, now I let them know, first of all, that I am an activist, right? And then I am a Black woman that grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. And like I told them, it is important for kids, Black children, to see themselves represented while they're young, right? Because this education starts young. So if you start allowing Black kids to see themselves in what you deem to be successful roles, right? These are goals that you're trying to push these kids towards, right? You're trying to push them into going to college because that's what all schools do, right? They want you to go to college. And I said, well, for the kids that college is an option for, maybe it would be good that we implement HBCUs into the field trips, so that they can see themselves represented in a college atmosphere. And I said, for the artist, I didn't say Black or white. Matter of fact, the only thing that I said about race was, being that it's a predominantly Black school, how about we implement HBCUs? And then I said, for the children that are artists, right? For the children that will not want to go to college in the future. I'm not telling you not to preach college to them, but instead of just preaching college to them, how about we also introduce them to the arts, take them to a play, take them to an art gallery, get it together where they can have like maybe a art field day themselves, because a lot of schools don't even have art school anymore. But if you take them on a field trip where they get to be hands-on and maybe participate in some artistic shit, this will, I didn't say shit, but that's what I'm saying to y'all. But I was like, allow them to nurture that creative flow. I bowed out. That's my input, right? So it kind of goes around the table and it comes back to this one Black woman that is not African American. She's Caribbean. Now, I don't know if she's Jamaican. I don't know if she's Trinidadian. I don't know if she's Bahamian. I don't know what she is. I just know that she is Caribbean, right? Caribbean, however you pronounce it. And she says, well, I have a diverse classroom. And I don't want any of my students to feel like, there being, what is the word that she used? Basically, she was saying she didn't want any of her students to feel like they were singling out, black kids. And I was like, well, I don't think you should say anything to them about, race, because that's not what I said. You don't have to tell them at all anything other than where their field trip is. Because I feel like at the end of the day, what is the difference? Are you preaching? Are you interrupting and inserting diversity when y'all are planning trips to white establishments? So when they booked the field trip where they took the kids to go watch the college baseball game, did anybody think, let's take the kids to a PWI? Well, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, did anybody think, well, what are the black kids gonna think when they go to this school and it's all white players? Are they not gonna? But I would think if diversity was your issue, you would think about that, because you're taking a predominantly black group of kids to a white establishment. Anywhere you take them is going to be a predominantly white establishment. But who's thinking about diversity then? Is anybody thinking to themselves, okay, these black students are going to go see a whole bunch of white, they're not going to see any representation of themselves. So if you're not thinking about diversity, then why the fuck do you need to bring up diversity when all you got to do is book the fucking field trip at a HBCU? You ain't got to tell none of these kids that they're going not for that reason, right? You don't have to make it apparent that you're taking them to a HBCU because they're black. You could just say, this is where our field trip is. This is a historically black college, if you want to say that. But you could just take them there as a field trip, just like you took them to the fucking baseball game where those black kids had to sit there and not see no players that look like them, or not see any college students that look like them. Nobody was thinking about the diversity then, but I would believe that at an HBCU, there would be way more diversity at the HBCU than there is at a PWI. Because HBCUs have always had their doors open to all other fucking students. PWIs are the ones that are motherfucking segregated, and you're only gonna see a speck or two of fucking black folks in that whole goddamn establishment. Where were the black people when Charlie Kirk? Huh? So it really pissed me off that now diversity is what you're thinking about, when nobody was thinking about diversity when they were booking white establishments for black kids. Is that making sense? Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm trying to find a good way to word that so that people really understand what the fuck I'm saying. Nobody cared about diversity when they booked white establishments to take these black kids to. So why the fuck are you bringing up diversity now that I'm suggesting that you take these black students, your predominantly black class? Because even if it is diverse, it is predominantly black, because the principal already said that this is a predominantly black school. And why are none of y'all thinking about how much more black kids would be? Y'all want to talk about how to keep the kids in the school, right? You want to talk about how to keep the kids' attendance up. First of all, we're talking about elementary school kids. So it's not even like they're driving themselves to school. But maybe if these kids knew that they would be able to experience places like HBCUs or black theater or black art, maybe they would be more interested, because they see people that look like them doing it. Because do you know how fucked up it is to be a black kid and go to a white establishment and see all these white folks doing shit and wonder where the fuck you actually fit in?
And see, they changed the school system slowly but surely. Me, myself, I don't have kids in school right now, but I got my grandson in there. And I will love for him to go to an all-black school.
Right.
Because with all black teachers, let me get that right. Let me correct that. All black teachers, because these teachers are not teaching our kids what they need to
But
know.
I'm gonna tell you, we gotta be
They
careful
teaching
with
them what
that.
they want them to learn for the future.
I'm gonna tell you, we gotta be careful with that too, because and I'm gonna do more research on this. But like I've been telling, like my husband and I were talking last night. What I have noticed, it is a lot of foreign black folks in influential positions in America. Why do y'all think that is? Because when I tell you my daughter's school is full of Caribbean black women, why do y'all think that is?
They can easily be controlled.
Thank you. Thank you. Because let me tell you something
They're
my
not
ex-husband
black
used to tell me all
American.
the time is that black American women are not submissive like Jamaican women. Jamaican women don't talk back, which I know that's a motherfucking lie because I done seen a lot of Jamaican motherfucking women talk back. But socially, right? Jamaican women barely even drive in Jamaica because that is a man's thing to do. A lot of Jamaican women are very patriarchal, right? But that's not just Jamaican black women. That are non-foundationally black American women. The only people that can relate to our
First of all, how could they?
the only people that can really truly understand how to educate black American children are black American women. But it is a lot of non-black American women in our fucking school systems.
Yep.
There are a lot of and I'm talking about either they're not
That's why
American
I
or
was.
they're first generation. You got them in the politics. Okay, I told y'all
That's
a
what
long
I was
time ago. When
saying.
did I
I
tell
would
y'all?
rather.
A long time ago, right? There is no way they would let a black American woman be the motherfucking president. And this is why they were so comfortable with Kamala, because Kamala did not identify as a black American woman for real. She identified as a woman of color, and that's different. Not saying that she don't know that she black. She knows she black. We know she black. But the world didn't know her as black. The world knew her as a woman of color. Because her parents are fucking immigrants, right? Right? Her parents are immigrants. So is Barack Obama's father is an immigrant. And Barack Obama is also kin to all the other fucking presidents. And as much as I love Barack Obama, we all know that Barack Obama was a puppet just like any other fucking president besides Donald Trump. Everybody else was a fucking puppet. Donald got in there and did what the fuck Donald wanted to do. Because Donald is the epitome of a greedy rich white man. He don't listen to what anybody fucking has to say. But there is a method to the madness. There is a method to the madness. The fact that that woman felt like she had to say something, I ain't gonna lie, it really pissed me off. And y'all will be proud of me because, baby, I just turned around and I looked at the screen and I was like, do not look at this woman. Do not look at this woman. Don't look at this woman because then this will be your first and your last motherfucking meeting with the SIT team. And then you won't know what the fuck they're really teaching your child. So I was like, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. But I really want to say, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Because I didn't say nothing about teach these kids anything about racism or any of that. I didn't say separate these kids in any type of way. All I said is y'all can just implement HBCUs into the fucking curriculum, into the fucking the field trip. You ain't got to tell these kids why they going to a HBCU for real. If you don't want to, if you don't want to cause no division with your students, you don't have to tell them why they're going to a HBCU. They could just go to a HBCU just like they would a PWI. So why are we bringing up division? Why are we bringing up like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But we all know, come on now, I just said it a few minutes ago, even the good men in this society you cannot
Come to
trust. Huh?
Girl, your butt crack.
But you can't. You can't
So
trust
did y'all
them.
come up
As
with any
much as
type
we
of
love
agreement
Barack, we
for
know
the
damn well
kid?
Barack couldn't do nothing for real. Like if Barack would have went in there and knocked all that shit off the goddamn table, baby, they'd had him on the guillotine real quick. Real quick. So Barack played his role. Like a good nigga supposed to, I guess.
Very ill.
I said, well, damn, did they come up with any agreement for the kids? And
No,
you're right. First of all,
they wrote
our
everything
kids speak
down.
English. They don't have heavy accents.
They wrote everything down, and we're supposed to discuss it and try to come up with something by the time the next meeting at the end of October. But I know, and I'm supposed to go to another meeting tonight. This is like a county meeting with all the fucking teachers and stuff in the county or whatever. And the principal asked that the whole sit team come to the meeting tonight. I'm still contemplating because it is kind of last minute. And it's a bit long for a weekday event for me. Like, I mean, I gotta have some time to kind of get that together, but that's from like 5 to 7 tonight. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it. If I do make it, I might be a little late, but I am gonna make it because I pulled the principal aside after the meeting yesterday, which is a sit meeting, not the PTO meeting. Which is what I said that was school improvement team. So I pulled the principal aside after the meeting, and I was like, I hope I didn't offend her or anything. I was like, but I need to be understood here. This is not about teaching these kids about racism, which I'm teaching mine about racism. Y'all can do what the fuck y'all want to do with y'all kids. Mine will know. That's why my kid does not recite the fucking the
I know I
Pledge of
do.
Allegiance at all. Okay, she is not allowed to recite the Pledge of Allegiance at all. So y'all already know that I'm not playing around with teaching my kid what it is to be black in America. But what I'm saying as a parent and as an activist that is trying to help y'all better your education in your school system, right? Implement HBCUs. I didn't say nothing about making apparent to the children that they were going to a HBCU. But if they go to this HBCU and they see themselves, you never know. That might encourage one of them to go to fucking play in a goddamn HBCU band. Go play for an HBCU team. Just have the college life because they feel like they can achieve that. Like, why do y'all think your fucking rates are so low when it comes to black kids going to college out of these predominantly black school systems, right? Because a lot of black kids go to college, but the majority of the black kids that go to college are the black kids that grow up in neighborhoods where they can afford to go to college. The ones that are on these scholarships and stuff are usually, and I'm going to tell y'all how they do in the South. They will go to the hood and pick out the little black boys that they think are gonna be good football players. They'll pick them out and they'll pay for them kids to go to a better school. They'll pay for them kids to go to an all-white school. I'm talking about the coaches now. I'm talking about the coaches and the other white parents at these fucking schools will go and scout out black kids in the fucking hood and pay for them to go to private school. They'll pay for them to go to the fucking good school. And after, if they don't get no scholarship when it's all said and done, they don't give a fuck about that nickel.
Not at all.
But if he does, that's they motherfucking ticket into the motherfucking high life, right? That's what was happening to that Michael Orr dude. We had no idea. We thought it was like a pretty little story. I knew from jump the story didn't sound right to me. The white woman adopting the little black kid and he becoming a fucking football superstar. Nothing white people do is out of empathy or fucking sympathy. It's out of benefit. They do not fucking care. As long as they can benefit off of you, that is what they're going to do. But if you know that these kids are in a predominantly black neighborhood, and a lot of the reason that they don't go to college is because they don't see themselves in college. Y'all too busy. The little money that they do give you for a field trip, you want to spend it and go somewhere where they take them white kids. You want to take them to the museum. You want to, somebody said the zoo. And I know y'all might be looking at me like the zoo is a good idea. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not a good idea to take little black kids to go see in fucking prisoned animals.
They stink.
Y'all, we were in them zoos at one fucking point. So you mean to tell me you want to take a predominantly black school to a fucking zoo so they can go and see some monkeys fucking trapped in a goddamn cage? It didn't make sense to me, so I was like, me personally, I don't think it's a good idea. But I do think things like a HBCU or like find a black art museum. And again, you don't have to tell these kids that these are black owned businesses or that these are black owned establishments, because you're not shouting to the top of your lungs that these are white establishments when you book them for a field trip at the goddamn museum. You don't say, let's go to this white man's museum. So why would you tell these kids that they were going to a black place to cause division amongst your very diverse classroom? I just felt like her comment was fucking unnecessary, because who said all of that? Who told you to sit down and tell these little white kids, well, we're fixing to take y'all up here to the black college so you can go see black kids? Because I'm telling you, at the HBC, the white kids are going to see white kids that look just like them too.
Every time.
And they're going to see more white kids at that HBC
just trying to,
than that black kid is going to see black kids at the PWI. It's way more white students at the damn HBCU than it is black students at the PWI. It's way more diversity at the HBCU than it is at the PWI. So why the fuck are we talking about diversity? Why are you talking to me like I'm the one that is not welcoming diversity? Because you're not a black woman. You're not an African American woman. You're not a black American woman. You're not a foundationally black American woman. So you don't care.
Exactly.
You want to appease these white folks. But let me get off of here, y'all. I love y'all. It's 2:00. I gotta go get my fucking baby.
I was
I love y'all. City Cat, I'm about to call you.
Well, we had a wonderful day.
All right.
I'll be back.
Yeah, you too. Talk y'all.
I got an appointment. I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Oh, thank y'all. I'll see y'all later. I love us. Okay, I'm trying to fucking disconnect, but it's not.